Yeah. Hi. Who you friending today? I don't know yet. We're gonna click onto the buttons and we're gonna see basically who's next on the list. I've let MTT know that I'm doing this. He may or may not show up at some point. On this day, it's sort of random whether anybody decides to wander around. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Start. I think if I remember correctly, there is volume. It just doesn't show up until I actually click into things. It's been a couple months since we last were here. I got my morning coffee, spiced it up with a little bit of juniper. I got a long day of animating ahead of me, and I've been spending my morning looking at some more cryptocurrency stuff. It was a risk. It was a danger to get me involved in this realm. Now I can't. Now there's a part of my brain that can't stop thinking about it. Ugh, I'm gonna lose so much money. So I think I did this one. No, we definitely did this one. Yeah, we did both of these guys. The weird flight guy and Mr. Lawyer Man. I don't think I have done anything from here down. So 5 through 18. All right, we got a lot of these left to go. Woo. Yeah, I'm thinking of using the Doge dip and like transferring some of my Bitcoin over there. I'm starting to believe that the Doge faithful will eventually push it up. We'll see. Um so yeah, there's like nobody really chilling right now, but what would you guys like to see out of, let's say these four are up for grabs today. We may do only two of them, may do four, we'll see. Is other friendo around? Just go in order. I know the first guy, second guy doesn't exist. You're right. Let's try this person we've never talked to before. Whew. All right. Throat's gonna do some things while I'm talking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to L word. We'll get to L word eventually. Walking. You sure are doing a lot of it recently. Back on Earth, you never got near this amount of exercise. You're going to be so in shape when this is over, provided you still have all your limbs attached and your bones uncrushed. This is not a given. You could probably come up with safer ways to travel, a taxi or some sort of bus system, but you don't have any money and you can't read the signs. Also, you are routinely covered in blood and bruises. That's a problem. So walking it is. Tired as you are, your feet still carry you toward friendship. I love how unnecessarily intense it is. Also, hold up a second. I need to move my chat around in the Twitch window, and it just there it is. There it is. I wanted to get it closer to this side of the screen. Friendship. Mal, you're so into it. All right. Yeah, whoever this person is literally does not have a name. That's interesting. Still no music. Did I mute this? Wait, no. Music shows up once a person shows up. That's how it goes. As usual, the streets are a hoppin', just bouncing around like an overactive bunny rabbit on Easter morning. Up ahead in an intersection of streets is some kind of a night market. Well, I guess every market on Alternia is a night market. As previously stated, you are broke, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you'll find? You can learn a lot about a culture from their stores. Hits home with how little wandering I've been able to do here in Tokyo. You are so intent on thinking positive thoughts that you are nearly at the market before you realize that quite a few people are coming toward you in the opposite direction. Some of them are running and screaming. Looks like something has gone down violence-wise. It's not a stampede, You aren't in any danger of being trampled, and the street is wide enough to just step aside and let the crowd pass by. Or it would be. You get the brief, furtive glance of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low-pulled hood. Then a hand grabs yours so tightly and the tips of your fingers go numb. With a rough yank, you are pulled into the flow of the crowd. The troll girl who has a hold of you speaks quickly and quietly. You have to lean your head in close to her. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything right now. And the game volume is turned up. There it is. I had everything on mute for unknown reasons. But okay, how's this? Can you guys hear it? I'm gonna turn it up a bit more, because I think a good balance is when I'm around 50% computer volume, but it's okay to me. Yeah, it's pretty quiet music. I just want to make sure you guys can hear it. Alright, we are on a date. You're my mate, Sprit, or my Mora, whatever you want. We're just a normal couple out for a night in the town. We're gonna go catch a movie and get some soft serve grub scream, you feel me? Wow, okay. Freak out, I let the purple yeast out of the bag. You stop abruptly and someone smacks into you from behind. You go down hard, your hand ripped away from the girl's. She gives you a fierce glower of disappointment. Fine, just more people letting me down. I'll deal with this on my own. I've done it before. She takes a running leap from the alley wall, scampering up onto the roof like a squirrel out of a tree. You are left looking down at the smudge of violent blood she left on your palm. Oh, cool, she killed it. An emptiness fills you at the thought of the friendship that could have been if you'd only kept your chill. Yes! Yes! Game over. At less than 10 minutes in. Yes! Leap of unfaith. Yeah, because I thought that there was going to be some music on the menu. Alright, cool. I'm just going what the game says, and the game says it's a she. So, yeah. Going with a she. Bam. Okay. Play along and hold the hands. Your heart beats so hard you can feel it in the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little to make your hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze, like she's thanking you. Oh. You match her pace, a surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Behind you, people are still shouting. What the heck happened back there? Someone died. You... Thanks for reading my thoughts. You figured that, but that's not exactly rare for Alternia, is it? You've seen way more dead people here in the last couple days than you've seen throughout your entire life on your planet. You tell the troll girl you thought that was just kinda normal here. Normal, sure, when Lobleds get killed. Natural order of things, right? But with high bloods, it's different. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. It doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. Oh, is this an assassin? Of some sort? Oh, so a high blood is dead, and you're currently holding hands with the troll who did the dirty deed. She chose you to help her lay low, i.e. she made you her accomplice, i.e. you are now her friend. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is a super friendly thing to do. What did she call you? Her mate Sprit? You aren't sure what that is, but it sounds great. You ask her what you should call her. My name's Polypa, but there's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. That doesn't ring a bell. I'm trying to rack my brain and think if I saw that in the game. I don't think I did. You want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you're just walking in silence, but that would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of those spiky robots go marching by, drones or whatever. Their big ugly heads swivel back and forth like they're looking for someone. Polypa doesn't say anything and she keeps her eyes forward, but she goes as sharp as a laser, every muscle in her body tensing. You feel it through her hand. Her fingers tighten on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd and you lose circulation. She yanks you around the corner into a smaller alley connecting two roads. There's nothing here but a pothole and a couple dumpsters. Hold. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it. Two overlapping gold ovals. Those are circles. An oval is a kind of circle, I think? Is a circle an oval? How does the rules of geometry work with that? I know that a square is a rectangle. Like, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. Does it go the same for circles and ovals, or does a circle have to be, like, equal length and width? Circles are a type of oval? This went backwards? Why? Why does it reverse for squares and circles? Geometry, man, come on. I need some consistency from you. You're supposed to be math. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it, 2 overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood colors on them somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? Yeah, that don't look like Bandage Girl at all. Oh, it's a disguise. Then Polypa yanks the sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top emblazoned with a symbol in olive green. This looks a little like a cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks... Was that a disguise, or is this a disguise? She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh accompanied by a sulfury stink of immolation. Note to self, don't go dumpster diving in Alternia. Polypa grabs your hand again as you head back out onto the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, shaking it out of its ponytail, letting it fall in thick, sweaty clumps against her neck. That sounded good until sweaty. I like thick hair. Mine is not, but it's really nice on other people. Next, she reaches up and takes part of her right horn off. Wait, no, it was a little bit of veneer, an artificial bit to cover up a notch in the chitin. What are all these random wardrobe changes about? You wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversations happening around you and check out the big billboard-sized screens mounted on roofs every few blocks. Except for in the picture behind us. It's not there. Seems like the rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently a well-respected Violet Blood is dead, killed in public in full view of witnesses by a gold blood girl with a ponytail. Wow, you are really dealing with a professional here. I need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do since you're my associate now. I had a contact waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. It's possible she got spooked. Got any ideas for likely hideouts? I'm not from around here. You wonder what in the world made you think you have any idea what's going on ever. You're an alien. She keeps giving you sharp looks as if she's gradually catching on to just who she has chosen to recruit. You want her to understand that no matter how busted you look, you are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. You are in on this heist or murder spree or whatever it is. Here's your chance. What do you propose? Save. Save stay. Save stay. Oh, automatic saves? Nice. It automatically saves at the choices. Did not realize that. Hell yeah. Hide out one of these apartment buildings or catch a movie and get some soft serve grub cream. It was her suggestion, really. Polypa's mouth twitches. It could just be a muscle spasm, but you like to think it's a smile of approval and burgeoning camaraderie. Polypa got some forearm muscles on her. Dang, girl, you toned. Yeah, I guess we could. That's what people do on dates, right? It's been a while. Haven't seen a movie in forever. Let's do it. She squeezes your hand. You would have thought holding hands for so long would get sweaty and uncomfortable. You are certainly nervous enough, but her skin is surprisingly cool. With a couple of exceptions, all of your new friends have been literally cold-blooded, and metaphorically for a few of them. But you aren't going to judge them for their lifestyle choices. That isn't your place as a friend. Regardless, your point is it's kind of nice holding hands, even if it is under completely false murder pretenses. Come on, there's probably a theater in there. Makes sense, you aren't from around here and you don't think Polypa is either, but you can always recognize a mall when you see one. Stores and escalators and fountains full of slimy mall water that have probably been in there for years. The biggest difference between this and Earth Mall is that there doesn't seem to be anyone working at any of the stores. Everything is automated. That and the top floor seem to be reserved for high bloods. Polypa's still holding onto your hand. Gosh, it's like you are really on a real date. This is very, very friendly. As far as you know, you've never been on a date with an assassin before. You can't read the show times and descriptions, and you don't have any money, but Polypa chooses the movie and pays for you both. She tosses a couple coin into a slot, and the machine spits out 2 tickets. You don't see any soft serve grub cream, but you are a little too queasy from mingled nerves and excitement to currently deal with anything called grub cream. Just gonna point out that thing that's been dropped about 6 times so far and never questioned. You do, however, stop for a bag of buttery exploded kernels at the concession stand. I want some buttery exploded. I can have buttery exploded kernels today. I have the seeds. Ew. Okay. Still ew, but I thought that the seats were literally exploded. No, there's just stuff on them. The theater you follow Polypa into isn't crowded, but you still feel every pair of eyes settling on you as you walk up the steps. Your heart pounds, and sweat slides down the back of your neck. You are just positive everyone can see right through you to this deeply controversial cross-species matchup you got going on here. Even worse, Polypa takes a seat weirdly close to the only other group in here. Man, awkward. Why you gotta do this to me, Polypa? The movie starts playing. Apparently, in Alternia, there aren't any trailers before movies. Jelly! Kind of a bummer. If you're gonna be stuck here, you want to know what the hot new summer blockbusters are you have to look forward to. Surprisingly, the movie turns out to be a romantic comedy? You kind of expected Polypa to choose a thriller or a horror movie? From what you can glean of the plot, it's about a beautiful young Jade Blood who gets involved with a visiting Blue Blood and their servant, a big bumbling Bronze. The portrayal of Low Blood strikes you as vaguely offensive. They grunt and fall down a lot. The caverns look a lot fancier than you remember from the time you hung out with Bronya, just a lot bigger and more glittery. The main character spends a lot of time pulling a jeweled comb through her lustrous hair. The dialogue's kind of incoherent, and you don't just think it's because you're unfamiliar with the cultural context. It also doesn't help that Polypa keeps up a running commentary throughout. The ban on conversation has apparently been lifted. I think she likes Twilight. Or something. No, wait. Twilight is the rainbow drinkers in this world. Right. It's something else. Some other... I just love that this assassin has apparently just taken you to a movie that she really wanted to see. I can't believe they added in the mistaken identity storyline. This is so unnecessary. Also, Black Rom is so boring in comedy. There's just no punch to it. Can't believe how bad this is. I don't remember the book being this garbage, but I read it a long time ago. My taste may have just been worse back then. You are looking at her in a whole new light. She shrugs, possibly a little self-conscious. Boy, you think I've been an assassin since I pupated? I used to have a blog for relationship advice. Okay. Stuff like that, sure. Of course, I was just messing around. I didn't know anything beyond what I'd read online. Two characters are kissing on screen. You have no idea who they are. You are way more interested in the fact that Polypa has decided to tell you her life story in the back of a movie theater. Yeah, Polypa had a troll tumbler. It's exactly what happened. The deep blue light from a scene in the brooding caverns washes over her, making her look noble and sad. You are entranced. Didn't last, though. I doubt it had anything to do with my blog, but a few sweeps ago, a group of kids broke into my hive. I think they were high, maybe on sober. Whatever, they stole a bunch of my shit, killed my Lucis, and some little psionic fuck broke both my legs with his brain. It's because he thought he'd be funny. You are riveted. You have a bit of a tragic backstory yourself, but nothing this dramatic. Polypa picks through the buttery exploded kernels with a delicate claw. I was trapped in my hive. Would have starved to death if it hadn't been for some teal who lived in my neighborhood. Just some little idiot who ran around with an Eastern Alternia replica sword, challenging per beast to duels. Oh, God, that fucker. I don't remember his name. I don't want to remember his name, but it's the anime boy. Teal Bloods are pedantic bulge lords, but they care about justice, and these kids attack me for no reason. I didn't break any laws. Anyway, that's why I'm equal opportunity for how I take jobs. Low blood, high blood, everyone's scum. Sorry, popcorn does that to me. Pop kernels. One of the kids in the row ahead of you turns around to tell Polypa that if she and her Moira want to get all nasty and pale, maybe you should get a room. Polypa kicks the back of a chair and tells her maybe she should mind her own business. The girl looks about ready to jump over the back of her seat, but the guy next to her pats her firmly on the cheek. Almost a slow motion slap. Firm and intense, with plenty of uncomfortably intimate eye contact. The girl settles down after that, and everyone goes back to watching the movie. The rest of it goes by with your head spinning and your heart in your throat. You are glad Polypa trusts you enough to share her past, but you are nervous about her talking about it in public. Wasn't the whole point of coming to the movie to lay low? Think about it. When that girl sees the description, in the alert. She's not going to be thinking about the noisy olive blood getting all conciliatory in public. It's way safer than skulking around, believe me. Alright, it's all part of the plan. You are so glad you got to go on this date with her, even if it was mostly fake. As soon as you were back out on the street, Polypa pulls out her phone. Slowly, her face falls. Fuck, that little newt licker. I thought she bailed on me, but according to Chitter, she's dead. They got her. Damn it. I told her to be careful. Damn, she is ripped. Got some good lats going on there, too. Her sadness is quick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to spoil the mood on the word of somebody dying, but as we've identified, this is kind of common here. Her sadness is quickly turning to rage, vibrating off her in frantic waves. Her voice gets louder, too, and people are starting to look your way. Heckling in a theater is one thing, shouting at a phone about murder is another. This is going south fast, you gotta calm her down. I don't have multiple options, I just have to choose to deploy the shoosh pap. For lack of a better plan, you copy what you saw the troll do inside to his angry date. You press your palm firmly to her cheek. To your intense shock, she blusters a deep olive green and her eyes slip closed. She leans into your touch as if she's drawing comfort from this tiny little gesture. Wow, yeah, I forgot that was a description of what a shoosh pap is. That was a thing in Homestuck that happened. Then she blinks and pulls away. Listen, I'm technically on the clock right now. Let's be professional. She bites her lip, hesitating. Then she reaches up and repeats the gesture on your face. An unbelievable warmth fills you. Could it be the warmth of friendship? You're a weird-looking double-horn amputee with very few social skills, terrible survival instincts, and both short-term and long-term memory loss. But you're alright. If you ever want to earn a little cash, I could use a partner to depend on. Is it raining? No, those are just tears in your eyes. Tears of gratitude. Okay, don't get choked up. You're definitely just gonna be bait. You assure Polypa that due to your general ineptitude, you wouldn't want it any other way. Yay, victory. Went on a date in a theater. Surprisingly wholesome date with an assassin. Yay. That was very short, but cool. Made a friend. This option was the correct choice, clearly. All right, let's see what else we got from that one choice. Sorry, two choice. Victory! All right, now what if we hide out in one of the apartment buildings? How long of a winding trail is it going to take me on here before she throws me out the window and impales me on a fence? That's a possibility. Go hide out in an apartment. Most of the hive stems around here are cheap rentals. Bronze or burgundy at the most. I could take them, no problem. I mean, I could take anyone. Some jobs just require a little more forethought. You kind of meant finding an empty unit, or maybe skulking in a foyer or alien Starbucks, but you don't want to tell your cool new friend how to do her job. If she wants to go murder somebody and take their house, sure. And there you go again, jumping the gun and claiming friends you don't have the right to. But she did choose you, so there's something there. Let's be professional. Then what the fuck happened in the theater? Remember she said that was part of the plan. Being all conciliatory and shit was a way to throw people off the trail. Look, I believe in new girlfriend muscle girl. New girlfriend muscle assassin. I don't want to upset her. What's up, Sandslash? Though at this point she may be wishing she'd grabbed some other random stranger's hand. Well, pick one. This was your idea. Oh geez, you seriously don't need this kind of responsibility in your life. Nothing good will come from letting you be in charge. But you also don't want her to think you're useless. You kind of just wish she'd tell you what to do and leave it at that. Ugh, sometimes I get that. The simplicity of just following directions. You pick a tall purple building at random. How about that one? Sure, I guess. You enter what just seems to be a standard shabby apartment building, climbing the lobby steps up to a hallway lined with doors. This could be any apartment on Earth, but instead of letters on the nameplates, there's those colorful symbols. They remind you a little of zodiac signs. Huh, weird. Anyway, all the ones here are red or brown like Polypa predicted. She listens at a couple doors before finally settling on one with a red symbol. You wait for her to pull out a lockpick or a high-tech paraphernalia, or even just a pin from her hair. Instead, she takes a step back and delivers two sharp kicks just above the knob. That's my girlfriend. What, I'm not the goddamn super? You assure her you are absolutely not judging the way she's running this operation. You don't think you've ever met a mercenary before. Unless you count that guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you were injured, or the little girl who drained your blood for paints, or the boy constantly on the prowl for delicious meats. Oh god, I was really hoping you wouldn't remind me of him. That was a definite low point in this adventure. The apartment is dingy, small, and smells like old pizza. Good news. Not that it smells bad, just the fact that there's pizza here. You don't think you could live on a planet that didn't have pizza. That's just beyond the pale. You try to shut the yes, oblong meat product troll. Just remove the oblong meat products from having been inserted into my brain. I don't like them in there. You try to shut the busted door as well as you can. Polypa plunks herself down on the couch and pulls out her phone, or what had Skilla called it, a palm husk? She pulls out her palm husk and proceeds to ignore you. That's okay. It's important for friends to give each other space. You take the opportunity to poke around the apartment you're currently illegally occupying, just generally being a nosy piece of shit. Whoever lives here is a real slob. Dishes are piled high in the sink and the windows are so dirty you can barely see out of them. Something sticky and red stains half the counter. It might be blood, but it also might be Kool-Aid. Fuck. God damn it. Shitting fuck breath. Something appears to have gone wrong. Polypa is still on the couch, hunched over with her palm husk held close to her face. She types with her knuckles. You've noticed a lot of trolls do that, probably because of the claws. That's fair. I do that sometimes too. I've actually learned to do that during the era of COVID because I don't want my fingertips touching on everything. You can't type with your knuckles. So, like, typing and holding things typing and holding things turns into a fingertip operation, and phones and, like, key presses are a knuckle thing. Has anybody else just sort of picked up on that? 'Cause that's something that has happened to me. Just for, like, out of safety of not wanting to, like, touch things and then touch other things. Basically get your fingertips all touchy and then they're super, like, virus spreaders. It's all over Chitter. Everyone's talking about it. My contact. They got her. She's been called. Her voice is flat, her eyes expressionless. She lets the palm husk slip from her fingers into her lap. You stand next to the couch like an asshole. You don't know what to say, and you doubt Polypa's the hugging type, but you can't really stand her looking so dejected. Before you start pitying me, don't. I barely know her. It's not like we're in a quadrant or anything. It was just business. You sit down on the other end of the couch, tipping your head and raising your eyebrows to show you are very ready to listen and learn and commiserate. Polypa wraps around her arms around her knees. You just sit down. Most pros work with a partner. It's a lot easier when you have someone to trust. Watch your back. It's usually a quadrant in pairs who work together. There's one particularly famous olive and gold blood duo. Were they the ones on the train? They may have been. I've lost plenty of jobs to them. But I never found anyone that I trust enough to make into my partner beyond just a random one-off. Killing a sea dweller is no joke. It's almost totally impossible. Oh, holy shit. That wasn't just a purple. That was a sea dweller? Oh, that's the one blood we never met on the train that I was expecting to be there that wasn't? Like, the heiress is the super violet. There's only one or two of them in all of Alternia. And then there's the purple clowns, there's, like, a few of them. Like, a good handful. They're all terrifying. There's one in between them that we have not yet seen anywhere in Hiveswap. They're also basically royalty. Just one step below the Empress. This girl just killed one of them. That's impressive. Does that mean the guy back in the town square isn't actually dead? Polypa looks affronted at the very thought. Excuse me, no, it means I just had to get a very expensive knife and coat it in very expensive poison and stab in exactly the right place. The motherfucker is dead. There's no job about that. No doubt. I don't leave jobs half done. High caste jobs are my specialty. Most people are too afraid to take jobs higher than teal. Me, I don't care. Low blood, high blood, if you got the cash, I'll do the job. If I did have a partner, it would make things a lot easier. I'll admit that much. You cough lightly into a closed fist. What's this? Something caught in your throat? Could it be perhaps the steady hand of fate reaching a finger down and testing your gag reflex? You murmur delicately that sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never thought you'd go. Maybe, just maybe, it has steered her to you. That's forward for sure, but you're pretty much an old hand at this by now, right? Polypa snorts. It's a little watery. She isn't crying, right? No, not a tough assassin like her. You're imagining it. Yeah, higher bloods are a lot tougher. Basically, as you go up in the caste system here, they kind of become like more and more superhuman. They like start at regular human with the rust bloods, and then they just keep getting stronger and tougher as you go up. And like random intervals also have psychic powers. Trolls are weird. There's a lot about trolls that was made for this universe. You? No offense, but I only grabbed you because you looked so weird. I figured you want to avoid the drones even more than I do. You don't exactly blend in. You can't argue with their logic, but a sourness starts in your throat now at the realization that Polypa had not chosen you for your obvious trustworthiness and friendship potential, but rather because you look like a goddamn disaster. Fair. A very fair assessment. Whatever, you can get past that. God knows you've gotten past worse, like attempted murder. And a good friend recently said you gotta break a few cluck beast embryos to make a grublet. Don't know why you remember that. She's considering you now, more thoughtful than before. I guess beggars can't exactly be choosers. You have to remember. What you have to remember, you aren't destined to find out. That fate finger reaches down further and chokes you. Keys jingle outside the apartment before whoever is out there catches sight of the busted door. What the hell? You and Polypa lock eyes. Oh shit. A quick flash of silver and suddenly a knife appears in Polypa's hands. Where did it even come from? Outside in the hall, someone is swearing. The broken door falls inward, and before it is all the way open, Polypa is up and over the couch, launching herself at the intruders. Shit, wait. You are the intruders. And this is what you were afraid of. You're about to watch your new friend kill some poor low-blood troll. This was such a terrible idea. Too bad there's no way to go back in time and make your choices all over again. What do you think this is, Undertale? No, you commit here. Yeah, that would be rad. You wish life was like that. A short, stout little guy with a red symbol on his shirt comes through, but right behind him is a troll so tall he has to duck down to get through the door. Oh, hell no. The giant troll catches Polypa with one hand. He's got big ram-like horns and a curly purple symbol on his shirt. Oh. Good. His face is painted in lines of black and white, makeup designed to make his face look like a skull. Look, babe, look at these tiny, regular thieves. Polypa writhes in his grip, clawing at him like an angry cat. He hangs on, giving her a shake. Shit, you have to do something. But what? If you get in that purple guy's reach, you're absolutely gonna get killed. You try and move your feet, but your survival instincts are kicking in and you're rooted to the spot. You can't do anything. You are useless. You don't even know what happened to Polypa's knife. God, you wish you'd taken some self-defense classes back on Earth. The high blood gives Polypa a wide smile and tosses her across the room like he's lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and bolts for the window. Of course you would have a high blood mate sprint. The high blood turns to you and sticks out a big gray tongue, and wow, suddenly you can move your feet again. You throw yourself out the window after Polypa. You are only one floor up, but that's one floor more than you would like to be when falling out of a building. Your fall is broken by Polypa, meaning you get a collection of bony elbows and knees applied to your gut. She bares her teeth at you. Get off, idiot! They are definitely going to call the drones. We've got to run. You roll your big floppy body off her and hustle to keep up as she peels off down the street. You throw one last glance over your shoulder to see two guys hanging out the window. The high blood waves lazily. Polypa starts out strong, but pretty soon she's limping and leaning on your shoulder. A jagged piece of glass is wedged in her calf muscle. You lean down to get a closer look. You're no doctor, but recently you've become an expert in acute injuries. What the hell? No, stop. You want me to leave a blood trail? We need to split up now that we've been seen together. Your heart sinks all the way to your aching feet. God, you've been so sure you had this on lock. You mention, half mumbling to yourself, that maybe it would be better if you stayed together. Safety in numbers, you know that. Oh yeah? Maybe safety for you. This was a terrible idea. I can't believe I ever trusted that someone could have my back. Yeah, let's do another of your amazing plans. Sounds great. Aw, I thought this might actually be on the path to have two victory routes. She leaves you at an intersection of streets. Even though she is no longer leaning on you, you nevertheless feel a heaviness settle inside you. Philosophically, a deep fatigue so intense you want to curl up on the ground. So you do. Game over. It's so sad. Ah, Kawaii Sony. Ah, no other options. That's it. We had one more selection, but there was only one option to do the shoosh pap. At least your ass didn't kill her. She is still alive. This is true. All right. What else we got? That was... Oh, hey, that's a nice little touch. The portrait actually changed. Now, let me confirm, because Calvin said that was somebody. And I want to make sure. Holy shit, it is! Oh, and apparently she actually is a teal, so the initial costume was the disguise. By the way, Calvin, I am impressed that you're remembering all of these names. Like, that's a lot of buy-in for somebody who has never seen any of this and has apparently not been scared off by it yet. But to anybody that's wondering, Polypa was indeed the bandaged up girl on the train, which makes sense to me now. That was a way to hide her face, hide her identity, so that she could travel without being recognized. Gotta go lesbian? No, man. No. I gotta save L Word. I think right now we're in like a good mood. So this is a good time to subject myself to this asshole right here. He's definitely gonna drag us down a lot, but like it won't be so down that I just want to die, you know? Yeah, we're in a good mood, so let's ruin it. But I'm just thinking in terms of like mood points here. It will be low, but not as low as it would be if we were starting off with this. Oh man, Muscle Girl just looks good. I really like her art. Good drawings. This guy less so. Oh, I hate him already. I want to grab the bow tie and like pull it, not rip it off, but just so that he like gets strangled by a tighter loop around his neck. Ugh. Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience in Alternia, you're not quite certain that the upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side, because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs. I hate the music already. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you? By this point, that sounds too suave. I gotta touch that up. By this point in your time in Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost or naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try to convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivete? That would sure be fantastic luck. It's a good thing I found you. Not everyone's as respectful of lowbloods as I am. There we go. Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're, Spade. You're not much to look at. Spade, my bad. Oh, that's his thing. I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is? You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in their world. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do? I don't know which one of these is worse better. Either one might... I don't know how to finish that sentence, but like, it's just, he's gonna be way too into it either way. Prop calls bullshit on you. Probably. He did seem more interested after I said it was new, so let's go with lie. Oh, really? It's not that I don't want to be friends with any other high bloods, but I'm a busy troll, you understand, so I only befriend folks that I might, you know, want to fill a quadrant with someday. Besides, high bloods just don't need as much help in our unjust society. Stay awakened. He pumps his fist in the air and you immediately copy him, but the gesture doesn't seem to be enough to change his mind about how you're not being oppressed enough for his tastes. That makes sense. Sorry, something just like jerked over here, and I don't know what it was. So, I just don't think it's gonna work out between us. Out of his league, game over. Alright, cool. This is just ringing so many old, like, nostalgic Tumblr bells for me. This just comes from that age, you know? Yeah, I guess we're done with him. Cool. Let's move on. What's next? No, I gotta go the whole way. Gotta commit. Tell the truth. Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always loved the color red. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before. You don't know what a quadrant is, or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is. You come on strong. Nice. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive. You know, because I was mocking it. I was fucking this shit eater. This shit wriggler. Slime rubber. I hate him. You know, because I believe it's important to help out the undeserved members of our community when you can. My hive is this way, shall we? You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebra, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that might be low bloods walking with high bloods. This baby can fit so many rust bloods in it. Today's actually flush affirmation day, so you'll see a lot of trolls taking their mate sprits out to celebrate. Lucky for you, my flush quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours for tonight. That sounds weird. He doesn't need to be all yours, you assure him. even protagonist, even the guy who spent the whole game just being like, I want friends. He's like, maybe we should keep it casual, you know? See other people. It's fine. You're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends. Sure, sharing can be a good time, if you're into that. I could be, speaking personally, like maybe with two low bloods, but not in an objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know? Wow, what? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. I know exactly what he is. I didn't know before, I thought he was just a douche. No, he's like... He's a super privileged dude, bruh. That's what he is. Who thinks he's enlightened. Ugh. You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might misinterpret you next. He's supposed to be awful. Oh. Looks like there are a lot of high blood, low blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see that in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these lowbloods are probably out with their mate sprits because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of their highbloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone's as socially conscionable as I am. I think it's super terrible when highbloods don't treat their lowblood mate sprits like the queens they are. You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the highblood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their lowblood dates. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed mate sprit kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could be maybe a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressed into the back of his neck. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebra sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. Ugh. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders. I am uncomfortable. It's not real. I'm just uncomfortable reading it. Oh. Oh. I am an adult. I need a crowd of friends to to just grab that hand, pull it off, and give a stern shake of the head like, no. This has happened to friends of mine in a circle where I was standing, and I had to do that for them. Ugh. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to see something like that. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. It's the biggest and most McMansion-y hive on the block, and when he steps in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate. It's so garish. I hate it. Of course he has a fucking zebra. When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks to be a bow tie. It's almost like it's wearing a suit. This guy made me hate Elusis. What a fucking... You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting. Don't mind Melusis, he's kind of socially old-fashioned. But he lets me keep lowbloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all bad. Let me give you the grand tour. As Zebra takes you is that Zebra? Bruh. That's where the name comes from. Bruh. It's got the H and everything. Takes you through the spacious hive. You can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebra's. You're guessing these are the lowbloods he just mentioned? He fucking has a donkey and he looks like Shrek. I hate it. They all seem to be doing chores. Sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up at you and Zebra when you pass by him, then looks deferentially away. The zebra Lucis is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs where several low-blood trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. The zebra seems to notice you noticing all trolls here are scrubbing the floor and how they're all avoiding your eyes. See? I told you I take in plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods in here. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor when it's necessary, right guys? So he takes servants and then claims to be helping them. This is hitting way too real. A few lowbloods mutter an affirmation while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. They don't all realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outer world. Anyway, enough about my low-blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we? Perhaps his Lucis has had enough of tolerating your presence because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more of Zebra's guests. Now, for better or worse, you are alone, and Zebra has turned all of his attention on you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly. The night is still young. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you feel like going out in the town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I can introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if you're tired, I can show you to your guest room now and we can have a nice night in. Go out or stay in. Is there an option for me to go out? And you know what? I'll just give you a number and you can get back to me like some other time. Maybe next week? Next month? Next year, perhaps? I regret choosing to see this out to the end. Let's do the worst one first. Let's do the worst one first. You think that going out with Zebra on Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea, and besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out? You tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room now. Sure. Oh, bruh, by the way, have you heard of Chixie Roymer? You probably haven't. You don't seem like you're a very serious music fan. But you got a great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her low-blood musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. You know how it is. We should stop in just in case she's there. You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay. You can gather the remains of your energy and go out to this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. He takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way, so it could be worse. Could be worse. I feel like this is the closest I'm ever gonna come to experiencing what it's like to be on a date as a woman with a terrible person. Like, just with a dude bro who's like, just stay away, please. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia? You sure hope so. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and a harmonica who, according to Zebra, is a lowblood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixie's. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You ask Zebra what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed at your question? The lyrics are about, like, they're about, like, a lot of things, you know, like social justice and oppression and stuff. It's really hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level, I don't know what I can really say, you know? It's not my job to, like, explain this to you. But enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into? You haven't had many opportunities on Alternative to talk about your interests. How exciting. You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you. Cool. Sounds great. Really interesting stuff. Hey, what's your quadrant situation like, though? It's harder to pretend that you know what he's talking about now that he's asked you about quadrants directly. You admit that you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation. You're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive. He goes into a brief, but not really brief enough, the explanation of the 4 types of romance. Matesprit, Heart, the Flush Quadrant, to which sounds the most analogous to human romantic partnerships. Moira Allegiance, Diamond, the Pale, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Auspisticism, the Spade, the Club, the Ashen Quadrant, which you don't understand at all. And Kismessitude, the Black Quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. You're fuzzy on the details of all 4 of these, but you understand enough to get that he's asking you if you're single. You tell him that you really just want to be friends. Of course, I super respect your choices. If you ever change your mind, though, I'm right here. Being in a quadrant with an influential yet sensitive and socially aware indigo blood like myself can make it a lot easier for you to survive out there in Alternia. Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high blood, low blood, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out this hypocrisy, so you don't mention it, but you definitely notice it. After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebra and whispers something in his ear, then skulks off. Zebra looks alarmed, glancing around and edging towards the club exit. I just got a tip. There's about to be a culling at this concert. We should probably get out of here. You definitely agree with wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience, still enjoying the show. You and Zebra are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he gonna warn any of the other trolls of the danger? Oh, no, definitely not. No, if I were to warn any of these low bloods that a culling is coming, it could mean risking my own life, too. Not that I've ever tried, but like everybody knows that. The high bloods here will probably be fine. We got each other's backs. It's important to look after your comrades in the struggle. Sure enough, you can see that the other trolls here, much like Zebra, stand out because they're wearing nice clothes. They are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The low bloods are still clapping and singing along with the singer on stage. No one has given them a tip-off. Come on, we gotta scram. The two of you abscond, getting away from the music club as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebra decides it's safe to slow down, you are tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back in the high blood part of town. You wonder if drones have descended on all those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because this neighborhood is too far away, closed off, and sheltered from the violence. Ha ha ha! 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 That was a close one. Going to low-blood cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks you have to take if you want to be an activist. I can't tell you how many times I've risked calling a fight for low-blood rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state, you know. Just got here, this in a certified Zebra moment. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deep in your eyes. I just think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. It's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and an ally, you know, by supporting me. Me. I'm an activist and an ally. And speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier. Let's get back to that. This guy just does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for here. He nods enthusiastically and squeeses your hand tighter. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic relationship. just go away, please. Many trolls start by being friends at first and enter into a quadrant later. Even if you try to be friends but then fight too much, that can still prepare you for a collisionist quadrant. Either way, the thought of being your friend makes my blood pusher beat a little faster. Sure, you say, if what we're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy, do you have some things to add to his list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow man, and friendship can also come in handy when you need somebody to help you move, or take you to the airport, or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? I mean, cry for demisexuals, but yeah, kind of. Hell yeah, totally, you're so right. Friendship is a great first step. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it persuade you to be an ally for low blood rights? You think that by going to your blood color and how often you've almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally? But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. That's fantastic, I'm happy to hear that. If you're an ally to low bloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate sprite. Friend, you correct him. You can be his friend. Right, sure, yeah, I meant to say friend, yeah. He lets go of your hand and finally, which at least counts for a partial victory, and winks. That he's not letting go of the hand there. In fact, he's taken my other hand. I am so very uncomfortable by that picture right there. That looks more like a predatory vampire than the predatory vampires of this world do. Are we all okay with just not going back to the option that I didn't pick there? Like, I want to be gone, and I want nothing more to do with all of that. Hi, MTT.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
You missed what was a surprisingly really good and wholesome date with a muscle girl assassin who I think has just rocketed up to one of my favorite characters, and reinforcing why Zebra was awful and the worst.
Fuck. Sorry.
That sounded legitimate. Are you taking back the legitimate laugh?
No, I don't know if you were there for the stream the other day where I said that I replaced all my keys with random sound effects, and I keep fucking forgetting that I do that. Damn it.
Okay.
Anyways, yes, I'm sorry that I missed that. I'm not sorry that I missed Zebra.
Yeah, Polypa was actually, like, pretty sweet. I liked Polypa quite a lot.
Oh.
So, from here, we've got Volume 6. Where we've got, I have no idea what this one is going to be like, but I know that I would like to go out on a super high note with L Word. So I think we're going to take the partners first.
Yeah.
L Word is like my favorite from Hiveswap 2, all right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, are you just gonna do that now? You're just gonna waste that one now?
No, of course. Well, I mean, we're gonna do it on this stream because she's part of this section. But
okay.
Yeah, high note at the end.
That's the finale, yeah. Elite speakers, aka 4chan. Oh god.
Sorry, now I'm just looking at the art of the ones that we get further on. This is gonna be awful. Volume 10, Anime Boy, and some random Olive that I've never seen before.
I don't remember him at all.
Not in the real game. That's why.
It's okay. The only thing I could think of was that he was maybe like the guy in the trench coat, but I'm guessing he's somewhere else.
No, trench coat is this guy.
Yeah, there he is.
Anime Man, who's the other one in that pairing.
No, wait.
This one's gonna be weird. That guy's one of the ones that's the one that doesn't say anything. The clown that just like doesn't speak.
Yeah. Well, they make honk noises.
17's gonna be pretty good when we eventually get there.
Also, do you can you stream to Discord so I can like see in real time, or
sure. Take 720. 480 is fine for you, right? I want to keep the bit rate low.
Yeah, just
there you go.
Thank.
18 is gonna be memorable because it's got Lonk and the fucking twins. I don't know whether the twins are gonna be good or bad, but Lonk is just gonna like the heights of that. He's like a sun there, right? It's just like nothing could possibly pull that down to the point where 18 is gonna be an awful time.
I want to imagine that Lonk is just gonna like take one look at you and say no and just walk away, and that's all that you get of him.
It can't be though, because look at how many achievements are specifically about Lonk. There's like 3 of them in here.
You have to try really hard for him to talk to you. You have to be very persistent. Oh god.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the partners. My throat's already going, so I'm gonna say if you want to voice one of these guys, please do. But you're gonna take the big one because my voice for him was just nothing but harshness on the throat.
I want to say I voiced both of these in Hiveswap, so I mean.
No, I definitely did the big one before. I think you did the little one, so we're gonna swap.
Okay.
Armed with your fresh heaps of hard-won cultural knowledge, you continue on your journey. Troll life sure is complicated, not to mention troll romance. You aren't interested in getting into all that. Whoops, didn't want that. Your life is complicated enough, and adding an additional level of angst on top of that does not sound ideal. Friendship is about all you can handle right now. And boy, do you love to handle it. Just get your fingers all up in there and squish that shit around. Slimy friendship. Okay, these two. Kuuribro and Follicle.
Oh.
Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Actually, yeah, if you want to take both of them, just go ahead, because I'm going to be narrating.
Yeah.
Elward will be last, Reggie. Elward is going to be like a high note. And maybe if Elward is like super good, then we'll just have enough energy to do like a fifth one. We'll see. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough, but down here the streets get narrower, dingier, the buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker, and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. So much of this today is just hitting in, like, not stuff that I've personally experienced, because I know I live a very lucky life, but I follow a lot of news. I follow a lot of politics. And a lot of this is hitting in very real, like, reminding me of reality ways. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, emphatically, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place where no one cared, the place no one cares about except the people who live there. A noisy group of trolls spills onto the street, and ahead, spills onto the street up ahead, and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. Hello, pictures of the Empress. You have recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of these guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everyone here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. That sounds about right. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of bemusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and looming buildings on each side.
That was loud.
Sorry.
Jesus. No, it's fine.
Yeah, guys, how's the volume balance now? Can you hear the game and MTT? Excuse me.
You good.
It's a no. Yee, okay, thank you. but how's the balance? Is everything sound balanced? Is MTT equal to me, and is the game lower than us? I don't need a yes. I need details.
Can thou hear me if I make mouth noises?
I can hear both. Okay, good.
Okay.
Here you go. You're up.
Wait, Follicle's the... Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Follicle is the little one on top, and Kuuribro's gonna be the one in all caps.
Lol.
With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. What you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on second glance into two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. The girl is clinging to the boy's back like a very greasy sloth. It looks like a pretty precarious position in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. They're both skinny and stringy, and damn, you thought that smell was from the garbage, but it might be them.
Lol. Blue's just busy living their pathetic lives. Walking out on their hives, straight into our trap. Idiots never see it coming.
You ask if they mean the trolls out on the street. Probably you should just mind your own business, but when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked for once. You kind of want to join in on the mocking.
Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? A trash creature? Born out of trash, lol.
Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone. Kind of like Polypa had been with murder. Aw, man, remember Polypa? Polypa was such a nice time. They keep snickering. They can't help thinking you can't help thinking you are being called out. Stick up for yourself or take it lying down. What do you think, chat? What do I do? Which route do we go down first? First answer is what I do. I do like how hair follicle looks. Is that what she's called follicle? Because she's basically on top and just sort of like a base for all the hair.
Yeah, she's definitely like let her hair grow out. I think she's more hair than troll right now.
It's fortune. You got no choice but to take it. All right, take it lying down. You never thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is.
I don't want to have to keep playing the damn sound effects. But like, man.
My favorite part about this fucking franchise is how I am never prepared for it. It doesn't matter how long I've been reading.
It always just knows how to catch you off guard. It's great. Oh, fuck.
Regardless, you decide to swallow your protests. Hey, that's pretty sexual also. Thanks, English language.
You suck.
You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it isn't worth trying to befriend people who open with insults, but that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll. And you really, really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. Reggie, scratch that. Number one rule of Homestuck. You'll never be prepared for Homestuck. Here's the thing that Juker reminded me of. A dude who, according to his testimony by Juker, does not read Homestuck, was recently caught off guard by the existence of a character named Yiffany, who was born from another character who has a dog dick, which is a real thing in Homestuck that happened in the past year. And you just have to take it, whatever they give, and you just roll with it.
Wait, all right, hang on. I think I know who the second character is. And you're telling me that they had a daughter named Yippany?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You see?
Oh my god. Oh god. Damn it.
It's the fact that like everything up until that point doesn't have to make any sense. The fact that is the payoff is like, all right, cool. That's where we're going. I'm on board. Let's go. I missed not knowing that information 1 minute ago.
Yeah, that was a nice time. Let's reminisce about that. Jesus. Actually, no, I'm not even sure who the first. Whatever. I don't know.
The ending of that conversation was me telling Juker the reason I love streaming these is because nobody is ever prepared. I just love that, Reggie. That's why I told you for that message. I'm addicted. Addiction is a powerful thing. You admit that you don't have a Lucis and that you are pretty used to insults these days. You include an affected shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong.
Oh, rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us.
The girl turns her weird, spidery face toward you.
You should come hang out. Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Kuuribro on this one.
You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around.
Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these guys. 2 friends for the price of 1.
And they hate each other as much as they hate you.
Whoop.
Forgotten you asked. Oh.
Yeah, I have access to a back button with the mouse wheel. It's very convenient.
Ooh. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked, Kuuribro hacked their Palmhusk's GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech.
The Blue Bloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank if a little mean-spirited. Follicle stops yanking at Kuuribro's hair and looks at you. Stops? Wait, was she before? It looks like she in fact started yanking at Kuuribro's hair.
I mean, you don't know what her feet are doing. Wow, you really are pretty basic.
But how could Kuuribro's hair be back there?
Don't worry about it. I have no idea. Hey, Kuuribro.
She gives his hair another yank, like it's reins and he's her horse.
Jeez, I love that.
Kuuribro grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises a hand that crackles with white-hot energy. Your stomach clenches.
Those don't look blunt.
Her stomach clenches and your feet leave the pavement, just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Kuuribro lets you go, and you land hard enough on your heels to make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on Follicle's face. What you had initially taken as a deep set of eyes are actually no eyes. They are black holes in her face. It looks super creepy and also super painful.
Yeah, so what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie?
That was my initial assumption, yes. You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon.
Lol.
He keeps doing that, saying a word instead of laughing. It's actually a hell of a power play.
Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a Goldblood before?
You have, but you aren't sure if Sirava counts? They're an internet celebrity for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye. And the other one wasn't lost to void rot, whatever the hell that is. You wonder if that's why she's on top of Kuuribro. He's some kind of combination steed and seeing eye dog.
Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Gorgle. That means I'm dying constantly, all the time.
You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense this isn't the moment for fake deep fuckery. That really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her how sorry you are.
What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there looking ugly.
That's the best way to respond to that, by the way. It's like, don't be sorry you didn't do anything besides stand there being ugly.
Idiot thinks it makes a difference.
Oh, man. I keep thinking that every time I play anything in Homestuck, it's just like, this is all so witty and hilarious, and I just can't say any of it because it's such a, like, legitimately dickish thing to say unless you're that type of tightly intertwined with anybody.
Yeah. Homestuck wordplay is something to behold. Like what they think actually matters, lol. Can't wait for Trizia to take this one down to the coal fields for a little R&R.
Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually.
Rampage and rending.
Ah.
Wow. And here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without bringing up precious Trizza. Oh, Trizza rules. I love Trizza.
Who's Trizza?
I know. Dipshit.
Gonna go ahead and steal that. You rack your recent memories, trying to figure out if you know what a Trizza is, or who.
Trizza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are to get her cybernetic tentacles up in you. Oh.
Okay.
What? Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. You watch too much Eastern Alternative porno. God damn it. It'd be way better than sitting around with you. Always sucking me dry.
This sure is something you're witnessing right here. This must be some of that Black Rom stuff Zebra had recently briefly filled you in on. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obviously incredible healthy pitch romance they got going on here. Because as everyone knows, there's nothing two people in a lover spat like this. There's nothing two people in a lover spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically at least. Physically, Follicle still stays clinging to Kuuribro's back.
Wrong again, fuck bulge. We're pale. So pale.
Oh, pale, that's a nice one. The petting one, where you talk about your feelings and then don't have sex.
Jesus. Oh my god. That's one way to describe it. Cool. I think Eastern Alternian means Japanese.
yeah. That's
what.
That was the tentacles was the clue.
Yeah. What? You got something to say?
You guys really don't seem to have your shit together, and you guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship.
Couple goals. Jesus Christ.
You don't have your shit together. You mentioned just offhandedly, chill as hell, that maybe they might have a few things they need to work on. No pressure or anything. Just, this is the sort of stuff a helpful friend does. Mentions shortcomings and, crappy relationships dynamics. Having friends is great.
Actually, wait. They said they're pale, but there's a third member of their relationship. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the relationship is messed up. You can only have one pale member. I remembered a thing.
No, the pale's the one where there's 3.
Oh, wait. What am I thinking? Oh, right, Ashen. Okay.
Get your quadrants in line, MTT.
Shut up.
Pale as diamonds? Is it? No, that, no. No?
Yeah, pale as diamonds, Ashen's. I think Ashen is, clubs. That's what, yeah. So I was right.
Shit. The light glitters on Kuuribro's. It is I who has to get my quadrants together. The light glitters on Kuuribro's goggles, even as it is sucked into the black hole of Follicle's not eyes.
You calling me out? You coming into my hive and spouting this shit?
You point out that this is a trash heap, though you don't want to judge. He might just have a trash hive.
It's a figure of speech. Kind of like, go fuck yourself.
That was too much to take. Both of them look pissed, but Cooper looks extra pissed.
I know what this is. You're out to steal my girl.
Well, it sounds like you got another girl, so, like, should be fine, right?
You really think you can give Fall what she needs? What she craves?
He's making it sound like a fetish rather than a medical condition. Maybe it's both?
It's probably both. You really want to come at me, motherfucker?
The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. That's how loud he yells. Or maybe it's the crackles of energy slowly emanating from his pores and building like a sine wave. At first you think it's just you finally cracking under all the pressure, but it's really happening. The glow of white, hot electricity rolls up his arms and shoulders and into Follicle, where it travels over the length of her body and centers where her eyes should be. She shivers and lets out a short, slightly lewd sound. Her hands tighten in Kuuribro's wild hair. Man, you really shouldn't be watching this. You are blushing something fierce. But okay, you think you get what's going on. It's kind of like symbiosis. His energy overflows when he gets upset, and Follicle sucks up that energy to treat her void rot. He is her giant battery. You remember Sirava mentioning that powerful Goldbloods have a tendency to get harvested for their energy. Maybe Kuuribro's one of those powerful psionics.
You wish his Triz is gonna chew him up and spit him out. Then I'm really gonna have to find another sucker to leech off.
Follicle is looking at you, considering. Well, you weren't really sure if she can actually see you. Definitely not with her eyes, since she doesn't have those. Maybe she's like a cricket. Don't they hear with their legs or some horse shit like that?
What? This guy? Please. Sure, why not? I'm getting sick of your shit anyway.
Is this gonna end with Follicle just backpacking on me instead?
I hope so.
Are they breaking up right in front of you?
Oh my god, that was kind of terrifying.
A little bit. I was not ready for that zoom. Follicle crawls down off of Kuuribro's back and starts across the filthy alley floor towards you, scuttling and bug-like. And instead of yelling, Kuuribro is sniggering. Actual laughter, not LOLs. That's a good sign, right? It's great when friends can laugh together, especially when shit gets awkward. Stop getting closer.
You think you can power me the way I need?
Wow, she's right in your face. She really needs a shower. But you don't have room to talk. It's been a long time since Takora's ablution trap. Besides, judging someone based on their personal hygiene is shallow, right? It's what's on the inside that counts. Yeah, you're sure that's the sort of thing that makes you deep. Seriously, you have so much love to give. Friend love is what you're all about. Maybe this is what all that desperation's been leading up to. The slow raising of your friendship level in order to reach this peak of unbelievable bro power. To free this young Goldblood from a codependent relationship that you've been conditioning your body, putting it through its paces, building up a tolerance to bullshit, and just bathing in metaphorical resonance. Follicle kisses you. Wow, that is friendly. Lots of people kiss their friends, you're pretty sure. Maybe, yeah, you're super progressive. This is fun. You sort of wish that the first alien tongue you've had in your mouth didn't taste like Cheetos, but you can't have everything in this life.
See, they probably mean because that's all she eats, but I'm gonna just pretend that that's just what her tongue tastes like.
But holy shit, you're doing it. You feel a rush of energy flow through you, lighting up your whole body and pouring into Follicle, filling her up to the brim with the power she needs, the power she craves. God, you're the best friend ever. It's you. You rock. You seriously...
Oh, lol.
Are...
Lol.
The best.
La 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 la.
Oh, son of a bitch. You feel something warm on the back of your neck, and Kuuribro is giggling right next to your ear. Somehow, while you were busy kissing his girlfriend, he snuck up from behind and started kissing you too. Well, more just putting his mouth on you and moving his tongue around. He must be feeding psychic energy into you, which Follicle is sucking out of your mouth. They're using you like a goddamn copper wire. You could maybe be into it if you weren't behind a dumpster, and if you were looking for anything more than good old hash and wholesome friending.
No, it's not. You're not a copper wire. You're like a coffee filter. You're like, she gets all the pure energy, and you get all like the weird bullshit that like doesn't need to go into her. Kuuribro, fuck off. Don't help. You aren't involved in this.
This is weirder than Zebra, and yet I was more uncomfortable with Zebra. Kuuribro is still laughing, and he's added the lulls back in, which you like even less when they're pressed against your neck. No, don't save right now. He steps back, and the flood of energy lets up. You go from feeling like
nothing can save you now.
You feel like you go from feeling like a light bulb to feeling like a steadily deflating balloon. Follicle kisses you again. It still tastes like Cheetos, but also like dying. Like your entire body's been placed in a juicer and a giant is squeezing down. Your muscles twitch and drool drips out of the corner of your mouth.
Jesus.
This is straight up uncomfortable, actually. It is, but Zebra is still worse. Follicle must be the only thing holding you up, because when she steps back, you slump to your knees, then go down on your side. Your fall is broken by some old rotten fruit. Cool. Follicle stands silhouetted against the streetlight in all her greasy glory.
Thanks, Normie. That'll hold me for like maybe the next 15 minutes.
A fog closes in on you as you lie on that filthy pavement. Is it the fog of death or just impending unconsciousness? You don't know. One thing is for certain, though. It is not the fog of impending friendship. Aw, really? You telling me that getting made out by behind a dumpster is not, like, the best thing that friends do? Shit.
Oh my god. Holy alright.
I thought we had that one.
That kind of looks horrifying. I love the scorch mark on the back, and like you can actively see like what is it, like the cheekbones because you're stuck drawing. Holy shit.
All right, that got weird. Let's go back to that decision again. You know what? You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship. Let's maybe not use me as the electrolyte between whatever that was.
Right. Glad you understand.
You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends, but it's also not cool to neg your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of a mnemonic just for how little you know about anything at all. You don't know what that means. You'll workshop it.
Well, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge Normie freak, but okay.
You wonder what kind of people Kuuribro has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point, you're... what, dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now? His friends must look pretty wild. You hope whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods on the street, maybe they could use some friends too? You're getting the vapors to just the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find out. Kuuribro grabs the back of your shirt.
Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. These decisions are bad. Nobody's fucking surprised, lol lol lol.
You point out very respectfully that all these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you've learned about Alternia up until now.
Not a prank. This is war. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying.
That's when a war ends, right? Okay, as long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of the high bloods look too close to doing either, though. They were standing in a clump in the center of the street, nervous but firm. Or nervous but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or a spilled cup of coffee. They have been lured into the slums by some greasy nerds, but Follicle and Kuuribro don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the blue bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol in her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting.
TFW when dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack.
You aren't sure what's going on. Yes. Still not great.
Wriggler's calling the damn drones. Usually high bloods wouldn't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit low bloods got one on them. When you get owned, fucking own it!
That could go in a t-shirt. Follicle and Kuuribro seem bummed that their prank is going to end so fast and with so little damage done. But isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes an assault. Overhead there's a whir and a clank. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing out on the street. Holy shit. You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You are confident that continuing on your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you, but gosh, it would be nice to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect. You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again, and this time 2 pairs of hands grab onto the back of your shirt.
Dude, where the hell are you going?
You quickly explain you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it will be before another one arrives. Follicle and Kuuribro look at you like you're crazy. Well, Kuuribro looks at you and Follicle looks kind of off over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes?
Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everybody around us. It's just our thing. But are you actually mentally handicapped? You can't just get on a chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal if they got a death wish.
Damn Hemospectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit you down and explain exactly how all this works. Preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time. Or hitting on you. It just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structure from your planet makes sense. Well, no, they don't actually, but you're used to them, which makes them much better and more acceptable.
Yeah.
You hang back as all the blue bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the blue bloods down here, Follicle and Kuuribro had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything hands-on. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Kuuribro picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own weight in a fight, no problem. The bus takes off, blasting off a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and a couple bits of garbage down in the gutter. Stillness descends in the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Kuuribro said they were calling the drones, but a bus came instead. Maybe calling the drones can mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be to report a robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of giant footsteps.
Fuck. Time to go.
Follicle wraps her arms more securely around Kuuribro, and he takes off. Like, literally takes off. At first you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom, the kind kids wear to crash into the stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering a half-inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to float both of you at once, all the while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know how much about psionics, map, but that is pretty damn impressive. The 3 of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you are too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy worrying about the drones coming from behind that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinier and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers, and it's focused on the 3 of you instead of someone else. You, Follicle, and Kuuribro make a similar noise. It goes a little bit like... smash. The smash comes at the end from Kuuribro picking all 3 of you up with his brain and tossing you, just as the drone shoots a laser out of its torso. Hey, it's the dumpster again. It blasts the pavement where you've been standing into craggy, smoking chunks. You tumble feet over ass into an alley wall. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you are just so used to injuries at this point that you barely wince. What's more concerning is Follicle. The blast rips her off of Kuuribro and sends her in the opposite direction, against the alley wall with you. There's just no way for this to end that's not Follicle fucking sucking the life out of me, is there? She immediately curls into a ball with like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and you aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with void rot.
I'm fine. I'll live. Oh, fuck.
The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Kuuribro's, and surprise, it did. It moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Fuck, shit, hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, and made so many friends, and now you're just gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing. Are they even robots? They look kind of organic. But like, so do the couches here. But you digress. It's gonna kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big ugly head swivels towards Follicle. Oh god. Is it possible you found someone more gullible than you are? Alternia definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you are next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps toward her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can, you shout, you make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're gonna do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns toward you. Then back to Follicle. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for the Void Rot or the noisy asshole? You look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smash a trash can. Fuck. Luckily for once, you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Kuuribro doesn't screw around. He rises on a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just putting his hands on his big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. You try to be at least a little useful and drag Follicle out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies and it goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of the filthy street. Kuuribro drops like a rock, and before he's even out of the air, he's on his way to Follicle. He shoves you out of the way.
Fall, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck, Fall?
Follicle buries her face in Kuuribro's chest, her two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird: respiratory sacs, breath glands, suck sphincters.
I'm fine. Idiot.
You had a snide comment all ready to go concerning appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big metal monster comes and squishes them, but sitting here watching Kuuribro hold Follicle like he never wants to let her go, well, all your snide just drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit, both here and back home.
Hey. You okay, dork?
Yeah, you really are. Thanks to them. Aww.
Oh.
That was a sweet end. Now let's go ruin it by taking the first choice.
She's an asshole, but she's my asshole.
That's not the thing to say. Click, 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 click. Skip, right there it is. Yeah, so stick up for yourself. You... Fuck you. You put it to them offhandedly. Perhaps it is they who are the trash creatures, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder.
Kuuribro, check out the badass we got here. MFW Freaky Kobe Nerdlord talks back. Why don't you run and cry about it? Yeah, go and tell your Lucius on us.
The girl tugs at the boy's hair, and then they're off, cackling and running up the street with a weird stumbling gait. They leave you all on your lonesome, fresh friendship opportunities withering on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the oncoming. Game over. It's for the best. All right, that was quick and uneventful.
Probably the best ending you could have gotten.
All right, I'm gonna go for a quick bathroom break because I just had a bunch of coffee, and then we'll be back for one of the two highlights of this entire game. What I hope is the highlight. Please don't disappoint.
Oh, I hope so. Where did chat go?
To the intermission.
Oh, there. Yeah. Nice. Oh. Whoops. That other ending you saved Follicle's life. I mean, for 15 minutes? It's like a top left image. What is his thing? Hold on. Oh my god damn it. Oh my god, gotta love Japan. Gotta love Japan. Also, I love my favorite brand of chips. That is so fucking wholesome. Oh my god. Armor does not work that way. It does in anime. Oh, it's a palico. Do they? Is that what they do in World? I never knew that. That's adorable. Oh. I need it. Don't. Actually, hold on. Do I have to do? Gonna be right back. I'm gonna throw out some trash before I forget. I'm live. Ryan knocking over the everything. That was me, actually. Whoops. Didn't occur to me, but that also appears to be armor. Oh yeah, no, that's what makes it extra. That's what makes it extra funny. What song is this? It sounds like something from like a Sega Saturn game almost. Is this from that fucking Philips CDI Tetris game? Gormott from Xenoblade 2, but 8-bit. Oh. That explains why I recognized it.
I'm back. What up?
Ow! I'm good.
Did I surprise you?
I had my volume up too loud apparently because I was trying to listen to the music on stream.
Yes, this is 8-bit Torrigoth.
Nice.
Not Gormott. Torrigoth is in Gormott, but Gormott is different. This is the Torrigoth Knight theme, an 8-bit version. Torrigoth is such a homey, like, safe town music in Xenoblade 2. It's so good. That whole soundtrack is so good. But Torrigoth and Torrigoth Knight especially, they're like one of the highlights. I love it so much.
I'm trying to remember which one Torrigoth was. Is that the one inside the whale, or?
Torrigoth is the one on the first big continent, the big grassy continent. It's the cat people's capital city.
Gotcha.
Where you meet Tora and Poppy.
Hmm.
That might also be a reason why it sticks in a lot of people's mind, because you hear it a lot when you're trying to do anything with Poppy, because that's where Tiger is located.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't remember doing Tiger that much, but...
You can get through the game pretty okay without it. Morag provides a very solid replacement tank if you don't want to deal with customizing Poppy. But yeah, I just love, like, Poppy's such a great character, and I love that she's, like, literally the best character in the game in all respects. Like, I like her in terms of character, but if you put in the time, she's the best Blade. She's better than the DLC Blades. The character in the base game, by default, is already more powerful than all of the Power Creep DLC.
But the DLC are cute.
Sure, but I'm talking just in terms of mechanics.
I know. But one of the DLCs is just a giant is a robot that Poppy controls to control another robot.
That's true.
Reasons.
Yeah. One of the DLCs is Poppy Buster. So you can have Poppy on the field, and then that Poppy is also remote controlling another Poppy that's controlling a giant Nopon tank who's on a different... Like, Poppy is fucking incredible. The CPU cycles going on there to do, like, the job of 2 blades is insane.
I just love the fact that it's like, it's not even like she gets to control her own mech. She controls another robot to control them. And I love that level of disconnect of like, but why though? It's awesome, but like, it's so funny to me.
There's another remote controlled Poppy who is piloting the mech.
I know, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, no pun. Alright, let's get back to it. All right, here we go, L word. I think so far the highlight has been Skrilla, the rancher girl with that fucking lassie Lucis, and just like going on a fisticuff fight in the sun. That was such a good romp.
Oh, damn it, I missed that part.
Oh.
That does sound amazing.
Go watch the VOD. Go watch the YouTube highlight of that, because nobody was ready for that fucking lassie when it popped up. Ugh. All right, fresh heaps of cultural knowledge. Continue on your journey. Friendship, you love to handle it. All right, L word. See, this is one where I want to throw out all of that. Not just friendship. Like maybe all the quadrants. Let's go. You're ready to meet someone new, but you have no idea where to go. You're kind of hoping you'll just bump into someone. While you're thinking it, you bump into someone. The troll takes a step back to look at you, eyebrows lifted in surprise, while you sputter apologies. Depends what gender you are. Genderless. Be whatever I want.
Open.
Then you notice the color of the symbol on her shirt, and your blood turns to ice. All the quadrants. Who do you think you are? Troll Gigas? Yes.
Oh.
I come from above.
Jesus. I mean, technically, you do have the same blood color as Troll Gigas.
This is true. This is yes. This is actually a reality.
Also, is the
I'm
only other blue
related
blood
to
that we've met
Troll Gigas.
Is the only other blue blood we've met the one from like the very beginning?
Well, there's 2 blues. You got to remember.
Oh, okay. There
So
were two.
this is the 4th blue overall. This is the 2nd cerulean.
Oh.
Given what you've picked up about Troll Society, she'd probably be well within her rights to attack you, or at least treat you with some very hurtful insults. Oh. Oh, I know this music. I know this music. Shit. This is from one of the albums that I listen to a lot. I already am happy.
Wait. It does sound familiar.
It's about to go somewhere. Now I need...
Careless Whisper.
Is that the name?
No, that's... Careless Whisper is like an 80s song.
Ah.
It's where that like saxophone solo cut that everybody like plays it. Yeah.
Hold up. No, I don't want else word. L word. What's the music?
You don't want L word?
No, I...
Oh, L sword.
Super Ego. Okay. What is this from? Ha!
Where is it?
No, I don't actually know where it's from. Hold up. So here. I clicked on, so I'm on the MS Paint wiki. I'm just gonna show you this, all right?
Yeah.
It's easier than explaining my way through it. So MS Paint wiki, I look at L word, I go down here, I see Super Ego, I'm like, huh, that sounds familiar. Okay, so what is that from? I click it, open it up, and it's just, maybe this is why I recognize it, because I've listened to that a lot, and that is one of my desktop pictures, and it's also the best Homestuck character, and it's, I was just very like, not ready and yet not surprised that that's the picture associated with this.
I was absolutely not surprised to see that it was gonna be Vriska. That's what I expected.
Also,
you're one of those.
Very fitting for the title of Super Ego.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh my fucking.
What do you mean one of those? She's the most important character in the whole series. Who's literally died over and over again, and yet refuses to die, and keeps coming back, and is the only one that ever gets anything fucking done.
She had a redemption arc, and then they unredeemed her. You know what? Fuck you, unredeemed your arc. Oh my god, Vriska is a ride.
Okay. So I still don't know where it came from, but that just makes me happy right there. Let's get back to L word.
Well, hey there, little buddy.
she shat all over her own redemption arc in a weird ass power move.
Yeah.
You know what? Just the fact that she finally killed Gamzee. That's it. I'm done. She wins. Somebody ended that fucking clown.
Fair. You look kinda lost. Everything okay?
Can't see the game? Sorry. Thank you. Gotcha. That was a lot friendlier than you expected. That said, this troll's look is intimidating. She's smiling at you, but the leather jacket and undercut makes you think you shouldn't fuck with her. They also look really dope. Like, maybe this is someone whose name would look really nice in your address book. Look, you know you've been pretty non-discriminating with your friend taste so far. You're grateful for every taste of affection thrown your way, but you can admit you've barked up the friendship tree of some real weirdos. But this time, you really want to be friends with this girl. In fact, it feels like earning her approval might even raise your opinion of yourself. Or your social cash? She's just, like, seriously cool. You tell her you are lost. Not that you have anywhere to be.
Just seeing where the night goes, huh? Been there. I could tell you some stories. Oh, man. I don't want to be rude, but you're an alien, right?
You confirm. This is one of the few solid facts you know, and you're gonna hang on to that with both hands. While they're still your hands, and not your grab pods or your gesture appendages or whatever.
Neat. You can call me L-word, BTW.
Look, she's blushing. She's into it. She's already into me. This has potential. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
I bet you have all kinds of cool alien stories. You want to hang with me? I know a place near here to grab a drink if you want.
Does she mean
Well, that was
platonically?
easy.
Or is she asking you out? It's really hard to tell. She's so cool and disaffected. If that was a date suggestion, she's gotta be the smoothest motherfucker around. You're kind of hoping she just wanted to get you to know you better. She's beautiful, but it seems like going on a date with her would be a lot of pressure. Mostly, you just really want her to like you. She brushes a piece of lint off her jacket, and your desperation for her attention grows. You say yes.
Oh yeah. Alien time. Let's go. Wait.
This is already a wonderful time. Wait, come on. Can't you just go hang out with someone without some whole kind of rigmarole? Are you fated to always be bombarded with branching choices, choosing randomly between fates that almost always seem to end in some kind of violence?
There's actually 2 places we could go.
Ah, fuck!
You want to try the closer place or the farther place?
Fine. Fine. You'll make another choice.
Fine.
All right. Station says farther place. Here we go. You tell her that you're in no rush and the farthest place is fine. She takes off in the same direction she was walking before you bumped her. You follow behind, trying to act like you totally belong here next to this genuine troll babe. You walk next to cool people all the time. It's practically a hobby. After a couple blocks, though, she stops short. You narrowly avoid bumping into her again. She fishes her palm husk out of her pocket, and you can see that it's vibrating noisily. She looks at the screen and theatrically rolls her eyes.
This is so annoying. I'm sorry, but like, there's just this thing. I have to deal with it, I guess. I swear to fuck. She just wants an excuse to see me. It's like transparently obvious. It's like she keeps flirting with all my friends too. Or just magically showing up places where we used to go together.
Oh, an ex?
It's honestly kind of like pathetic. You're trying so hard to make it seem like you're over me that you just shows you aren't. Lamau. You know what I mean?
You may not understand the specifics, but it's clear that she's including you in some kind of social situation she's dealing with. Wow, that's what you do when you're already friends with someone. You basically just skip to the front of the line. You nod and look sympathetic. You totally get it, you tell her. You have an ex like that too. Who is she trying to fool?
Right? It's like embarrassing that we even dated. We were totally gonna request combat assignments on the same ship too. So dumb. Anyway, sorry, but I gotta go back to my hive. She just keeps bugging me about some shit she left there. I keep telling her I don't even think it's even there. But she says she has all her belongings itemized or something. Such a dork. I'm like the best thing that ever happened to her.
You keep nodding vigorously. Your neck is starting to hurt from all the nodding. You tell Elward that she's obviously too good for whoever this girl is.
I mean, I know, but I gotta deal with her shit anyway. Anyway, sorry, it's literally so dumb, but do you mind if we just swing by my hive on our way out? It won't take long. She's like turbulently punctual. She already sent me her ETA on Gorgle maps.
This is a real softball. No need to agonize over this decision. You tell her you don't mind at all. She starts to head off, but then stops and looks at you. Her brow furrows.
Is it going to be who I think it is? I don't know. You know, for an extra alternio, you're kind of cute.
See? Yeah, see? Oh, geez, you start to feel flustered as she peers at you more closely. Are you going to have to make it clear that once again you're only interested in friendship? No! I will rewrite the script if I have to. Shut up, protagonist. You take this.
You gotta fucking mob the game.
Shut up.
I'm getting an idea. My ex thinks she's so cool because she's a Jade. Oh, yep, it is who I think it is. She's a Jade blood, and they have like a sacred duty or whatever.
She makes a complicated motion with her hand. From context, you gather this is the troll version of a jerking off gesture, like... You'll file away the implications of that one to consider at a later time.
But she probably never met an alien before. definitely never dated one. Do you think we could pretend to be a thing? Pretend, yeah, pretend. Like Red Rom. Just until she goes away.
I want to furiously joke about this, but that would just make me Zekrom, and sorry, that would just make me Zebra, and so I can't put myself in that same camp.
She'll fully shit herself, I swear. Just, you know. Don't fall in love.
Why are you doing this?
Too late. Too late.
Yes.
Don't fall in love with me.
Yes. Kid. Yes, of course I'm gonna yes with the extra freaking... with the font?
Just kidding. Really don't, though.
Your heart is beating at an unusual rate, and not even because of fear this time. Fake dating again? Do trolls do this a lot? There must be some cultural context to make them turn to fake relationships for security. On the one hand, you're an experienced fake dater by now. Elward could check your references. On the other hand, you know how this ends. You know this ends with you falling in love with her, and so we're gonna do it. There's literally no fake dating situation that has ever ended differently. The last fake relationship you did agonizingly circled the rim of romance before falling out and into your hands for a sick friendship rebound, but it was a close one. You might be like a quarter of the way in love with her already. She looks like a troll Natalie Dormer. It's definitely way too dangerous to say yes to this, but we like to live on the edge. Am I the only one that voted in that poll?
Congratulations, you win! Holy shit. I love that.
Well, I knows what I likes.
Oh, that's... Oh my god! Fuck!
This is such a good time. This is such a good fake date. Fake date. You grasp her hands, your eyes shining. Yes, you tell her. Yes, you will fake date her. You are ready to dive into this thing together side by side for as long as she needs, with your whole heart and mind, whatever it takes.
Whoa. Whoa. That's... You're like really ready to go for it. Like about to jump right in. Maybe this is a bad idea.
Shit.
I don't want to lead you on.
Oh no, you way overdid it. You shrink back mortified. No, you tell her you weren't gonna fall in love. You weren't even thinking it, just thinking about helping her with an awkward situation.
Uh-huh. Hey, you mentioned your ex earlier, right? Is that recent? Like, were you trying to rebound with me or something? Because if it's recent, I mean, I get it. Breakups can be hard. I mean, mine was fine. Completely mutual. But I get it.
Your ex only exists in your imagination, but Elward is giving you an out here and you're gonna take it. You nod, trying to look sad. Breakups are hard after all. That part isn't a lie, it's just a well-known truth of life.
You know what? I can blow my ex off for now. I'm gonna take you out.
Oh, thank God I saved it.
Take you somewhere special. Where you can forget. Have a little me time, you know? I think you deserve it.
Okay, a little hiccup there. Maybe you managed to turn this around. You feel bad she thinks that you're newly heartbroken, but it's comforting that her reaction is to try and cheer you up rather than pouncing on you when you're most vulnerable like some other trolls would do. Actually, she's being really nice. Maybe this friendship train is on the right track after all.
Ooh.
Elward takes you to what appears to be a coffee shop? It has all the trappings of a coffee shop. Mugs, bean grinders, fiddly little machines with tubes, tables, and people working on hustops. The smell in the air is not coffee, though. It's something earthier and a little spicy. You're gonna guess. Ground up grubs, just a hunch.
Is this a coffee shop AU now? Let's get something to drink. And wait for it to start.
You let her choose your drink. She brings you a steaming mug of something. You sip it cautiously. Not bad at all. No legs floating in it or anything.
Just so you know, I don't know what your deal is, but this place is kinda girls only. You're an alien, so no one's gonna even ask, including me.
Told you, just do whatever we want.
But just so you know the deal, Don't worry, though. If anyone does ask, I'll just say you're here with me. Plus, you're cute, so no one's gonna mind.
The winky face.
Does the protagonist, like, does the player character even have a gender? Like,
No.
I guess that's the joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's never stated. And yeah, the this move though. You feel your
I was
face
gonna say,
get
you're gonna
hot.
screenshot that and make that another wallpaper.
I
Yeah.
I mean,
That was coming.
I did this with Megara recently in Hades when I found out that Megara could smile. That went straight into the desktop folder.
She can? Damn.
Yes! I'll find you the tweet. Hold up. Just, like, interrupt this really quick. I'll just, it's fine. We'll just leave this up here because I feel like anybody could just look at this for, like, an hour and just be filled with nothing but, like, warmness.
War. God damn it, ad, go away.
Hiveswap, L-word. L-word with a W. There you go. Okay, cool. Now, where did it go? Where's that tweet? Kuuribro, I need my medias. It shouldn't be too far back. There it is. Bam. And send this to you.
Oh boy.
Bam. Look at that. I was stunned.
Huh. 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 That's a new one. Huh. God, this music is so good.
But have you sexed Megara? Not yet. I have tried to sex the floating head, and I've given a lot of booze to the other one. Death. That's the one. But then I got the epilogue, so I think now I'm done. I am finished with Hades, having not sexed Megara. Alright, you feel your face get hot. Wait, no, you're not fake dating. No fluttery feelings here. Cool, Utella. You love this place already. Wait, what is this place?
This is excessive bodily force poetry. Excessive bodily force. Oh, slam poetry. Excessive bodily force poetry. Open mic night. All blood colors welcome.
Now that she says it, you can see a microphone set up on one side of the cafe, and Olive Blood is sitting nearby with a clipboard, writing down the names of people who want to perform.
You ever do excessive bodily force poetry?
You look back at her. She's looking at you with those heavy-lidded eyes and that flirtatious smirk. Last time you let your enthusiasm get the best of you, she pulled back, but then she took you to this cool ladies-only hangout. Saying yes hasn't led you wrong so far, probably, unless there's going to be some consequence you haven't gotten to yet. No, it's probably fine. You tell her you've dabbled. You try to shoot her the same kind of coy look she's giving you. Is it flirting? You could say you're riding this wave of plausible deniability and you're never coming down.
Really? I didn't think you'd say yes. That's so cool. Dang, you should go sign up. I've never done it myself, but I like to come here and watch. You should totally do it.
Until now, Elward has been pretty disengaged, but she seems actually excited about this. You gulp. You've never done slam poetry, but how hard can it be? You got this. You go to the Olive Blood and put your name down on the list. Then you go back to Elward, giving her what you hope is a look as smooth as an expensive brandy.
So, I have no idea if this is going to end good or bad, but you're definitely not going to walk away with, like, all of your bones in one piece. You, like... Just accept that.
Get ready, you tell her. She laughs, like you're being corny instead of smooth, but it's good-natured, so that's okay. You settle down to watch the excessive bodily force poetry. Maybe you can pick up a few tips. Before long, you notice a couple differences between this and the slam poetry you've seen before. First of all, your unfamiliarity with troll culture is causing you to miss a lot of metaphors. You think some of these poems are erotic? People are reacting like they are, but all the body parts sound like someone did magnetic fridge poetry with an intro engineering textbook? It's all tubes and pushers and levers and sacks. You watch the people around you try and react the same way you do. Second, troll slam poetry does involve actual slamming. Several poets, it seems to be the cooler colors of the rainbow, and their performances with acts of passionate violence against nearby chairs, tables, and even members of the audience. Artists, you guess. Temperamental. Elward doesn't seem surprised. One troll with a dark purple symbol breaks the mic stand in half over her knee. Elward sits up a little straighter, popping the collar of her jacket a touch higher and adjusting her hair.
God, I'd die if she looked at me that way. Now, I wish I was that mic stand.
Whew. Whew, my, I got the vapors now.
Do you need another drink?
Yeah, I do, but I don't have another drink. I'm out of gin and beer.
I've never had a girl that mean. I always go for the good girl spades, thinking I can change them. Like it'll be different with me, you know? If our hate is true enough, it's a bad habit. Nice trolls don't change. That's some advice for you, kid.
You don't know how to respond to this, so you just nod wisely. If you're being totally honest with yourself, seeing Elward flustered makes you a little flustered too. Not that you're changing your mind about only wanting friendship, you tell yourself, denying the feelings deep down, but you wouldn't mind if she looked at you with a little bit of the awe she's giving the purple blood. Finally, it's your turn to perform. Oh god. The camera change. You got so into the show you forgot you were actually going to do this. Now walking up to the front you wish you could forget again. You clear your throat, silence. Then a flash of inspiration hits. You had trouble understanding the troll poems because of the socio-cultural differences, so maybe if you load your piece with references to your own world, they'll just assume it's good. You start listing body parts you have. Knees, spleen, shoulders. You toss in a few celebrity names. Steve Jobs, Rita Moreno. Then you put on the most serious poetry voice you can and say, Numa. Aye. Another idea hits you like a wet fish to the face. Maybe if you end this with some kind of violent gesture like the Purple Blood Girl did, Elward will like you more. You seek out her face in the audience and looking right into her eyes, you slap yourself in the face as hard as you can. Boom! There's a smattering of lackluster claps. No one looks impressed. A few grumbles echo around the cafe. You think you may have just bombed. Your budding confidence is hit with a big load of shame descending like wet concrete. But when you get back to Elward, she's grinning.
Damn. That wasn't what I expected at all. It was pretty funny, though. You must have some real abdominal sausages to get up there and perform like that. Nice job, alien.
Please go out with me. She gives you a wink. You start to perk up a little. After all, you don't need to be friends with the rest of the people in this cafe, just this one cool troll girl. And it looks like making yourself look dumb has brought the two of you closer together.
Honestly, though, I'm surprised you didn't do a piece about your breakup.
Oh, right. You completely forgot about your fake up. Elward leans forward, her hands splayed on the table. Her black claws gleam in the low cafe light.
You could tell me about it.
Oh, shit. Digging deeper into the lie.
If you want. Like, I'm over my breakup. But if you want to talk about yours, it's fine. I know sometimes it's like, just really on your mind. Just right in there. Ah,
you're starting to feel even less great about lying. You fidget uncomfortably in your seat. This is like a real date. I have no idea what to do. No, you know what? You're supposed to be making a friend here. Yes, in the past it's been advantageous to just go along with whatever people say until they like you. But you and Elward are really connecting. You don't want to give her just... You don't want her to just like you because she thinks you're sad. You want it to be real. You take a deep breath and tell Elward you don't have a recent ex at all. You tell her you were just trying to commiserate. The atmosphere immediately shifts. Elward sits back. Wait. Okay, no, I thought the person in the back also looked differently. The warmth goes out of her face entirely.
Yeah, I mean... say goodbye to those bones. Oh. Huh. That's not really cool.
Oh shit, you can just feel her pulling away. Well, you can also see it, because she's physically pulling away from you. All signs point to losing this friendship. You're so sorry, you tell her. It won't happen again.
Yeah. Sorry, no offense, but it's not cool to lie about shit like that. It's pretty weird.
She's completely detached now, barely even looking at you.
It's nice to meet you, but it's probably best if you just go. See you, space beeps. Space.
Moo Beast boy. As much as it hurts, you have to agree. It's probably best to just cut your losses. You try not to let your disappointment show as you walk away. Oh, that was such a long way to go to get totally spurned. Don't lie, people. You lose out on dream girls that way. No! No! Okay, so there were two choices in there. I guess we'll just go back to the most recent one, and we will less enthusiastically agree to fake date.
Yeah, so we can meet the ex.
Let's fake date. You say that could be cool. You say it super casually, like you pretend to be in relationships with aliens every day of your life. Elward grins, clearly pleased. You're sure this was the right choice. Then again, you've thought that before, only to end up in terrifyingly painful situations, but you're pretty confident this time it'll be fine.
That's great. Thanks for doing me a solid. I'll owe you one.
Good picture. In what is now a deeply familiar story beat, Elward takes you back to her hive.
God damn it.
It's pretty messy. You can understand why her ex would have a hard time finding something she left here. You don't see any signs of a lusus, but it's probably rude to ask about that, what with how often trolls and other animals are murdered in this society. You ask Elward if you should get your story straight. Like, how'd you meet? How long have you been dating? Who was the funny one, and who always gets to choose the food on a date night?
Yeah, I got a 3,000 word backstory for us to memorize. I'll be quizzing you on my fave movies. Shit, JK. I'm not worried, lol.
Sorry, my eyes got caught by this little poster up here in the corner.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Eyes on the prize. We can just wing it.
It's true. Center screen here.
Oh, I think she's here anyway.
Sure enough, you hear a crisp knock on the door. Elward leans against the nearest wall and crosses her arms over her chest, looking bored.
Come on in, girl. Oh!
Hi. Another troll enters the hive. Hey, wait a second, you know this one! This troll is already your friend! That might be a good thing, but it might also ruin the chances with the friend you're currently chasing. But maintaining your existing friendships is important too. You're gonna have to find a way to balance this. She doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Hello, Elward. We can make this the last time we have to see each other. If you would just hand over my favorite sweater. I don't have it. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. It's very simple. 1, I was wearing it over here when we broke up. 2, I kept careful track of all my belongings. 3, you think it's funny to antagonize me. All signs point to you having it. I don't want to fight again. Isn't it nicer if we collaborate? Who's fighting? I don't even remember what your sweater looks like. I don't really think about it. Or you.
Oh, the detachment.
At all. Ever. Emotional dishonesty is a barrier to helpful communication. I'm not one of your little jades who have to listen to this crap. Okay, whatever, I'm not gonna get dragged back into this. You're interrupting my date, Bronya. More like boring ya.
Can't get on board with that one. Can't get on board with that one.
Imagine trying to hang out with someone who's not you right now. A real cutie.
Oh man, oh no. Elward makes a lazy gesture at you as if to indicate that pointing you out to Bronya is barely holding her interest. You look at Bronya and try to smile. You lift your hand in a tentative way. Hi. Bronya's taken aback. She looks back and forth between you and Elward a couple times, trying to make sense of the situation.
You and Elward? Well, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were looking for a romantic connection.
Sorry, it just didn't get me that way, Bronya.
I could have introduced you to some, like, other jades.
Oh, I'm sure I'll meet them soon enough.
Not that I mind that you're with Elward. I wish only the best for her and all that she does.
Elward rolls her eyes theatrically, and then she looks back at you.
You two know each other?
Yes, she was the one that introduced JPEG Bison into our lives. She doesn't look happy about it. You remember that the reason she wanted to fake date with you in the first place was to hold your cool alien status over her ex's head. Bronya already knowing you has undoubtedly taken some of the wind out of her sails. You have to do something to turn this around. You don't want to be rude to Bronya, but surely just hyping Elward is safe. You tell Bronya thanks for the offer, but you're happy with the choices you've made. She looks a little hurt, but quickly rebounds.
Of course. I wouldn't tell you how to conduct your personal life. I'm really just here for my sweater. Can you get it, please, Elward? Nah, well, you just lost it. Stop making excuses to come over here.
This is getting pretty personal. You try and make yourself as unobtrusive as possible, pulling the collars of your, well, Tagora's robe up to hide your face. Right, still wearing that bathrobe.
Yeah. Someone might accuse you of manufacturing reasons for me to keep coming over by not giving it back. Lol. Okay, whatever. I'll just let you know if it turns up, alright? Not alright. 1, you've said that before and you've never followed through. 2, you never contact me first. 3, you're obviously not motivated to find it. I want to settle this once and for all. It's time to resolve our conflict.
Oh shit, are we gonna have a Pokemon battle?
Jeez. I didn't steal your fucking sweater. Look, I want to resolve this too. Now just isn't a good time. Can you just let me have some time with a new pal here? It does seem like a reasonable request. It may take longer than I would have liked. I suppose I could leave it alone for now, but you can't just keep avoiding me forever. Not just about the sweater. I'm not doing that. Why didn't I get enough? Didn't you get enough of talking about our feelings when we were actually together? Why do we have to talk about them now?
That conversation never ends.
Let's talk about it later then. I'd rather leave my friend here out of it anyway.
Her friend, wow! You breathe a sigh of relief. You don't have many friendships yet that you could stand to lose one. You can now listen to the rest of the conversation with a touch more ease.
I'll come back when you're more available. Please try to work with me on this. Thank you.
Bronia makes her way out. Elward watches her leave and then sags back against the wall, scowling. She seems to be in much lower spirits than she was earlier. Your heart aches. Friend or no, you want to see her cheer up again.
You know what?
She takes a deep breath and looks over at you. Unless this ends with her flinging us both over the couch in passionate embraces, I feel like we're in for a disappointment.
I do have her sweater. Gasp. It's in the back of my closet.
She starts laughing. You giggle a little too. What just happened here is an opening. You witness something revealing, and now Elward is in a vulnerable position. You don't want to push her or annoy her, but she did loop you into this, and you can't waste this opportunity. It might be worth it to take a risk. You say hesitantly that it seems like Bronia's really desperate, like she's not totally over it.
I know, right? I told you.
You say that also it's okay to not be over it 100% yet? Like, even if a relationship was wrong and you're way better off without it, sometimes you can still feel a little sad and it's fun? In fact, you say it can make you seem emotionally deep in an extremely cool way. You give her a little smile. She smiles back.
Thanks for saying that. You're really nice. You didn't have to do all that for me.
Stand here and look awkward? Man, don't worry. It's my specialty.
Sorry for bringing you into this mess. Do you still want to get that drink? You're a good friend.
Your heart overflows and you beam a brilliant smile. You feel the warm bloom of friendship opening its sweet petals in your heart. Friendship achieved! Yeah. Yeah.
Yee. Yee.
Now let's go back and ruin it. More time with Elward is necessary.
Yeah. Is there only one, like, good ending per character?
So far, I've only ever found one good ending per character.
Okay.
Alright, let's go to the closer place on this little thing. Way back in time. You don't want to wait any longer than necessary for that delectable friendship that you already have. You tell her to take you to the closest place she knows. Turns out to be pretty close.
Oh.
He crosses the street and takes you down the flight of stairs to a little underground bar. When you walk in the door, you're ready to do some befriending, but Elward seems distracted. You follow her gaze and see another cerulean symbol troll girl with a buzz cut and a snakebite piercing sitting alone on a bar stool. As you watch, other trolls look over at Elward and gives her a little smile. You clear your throat and Elward seems to abruptly remember your presence.
Well, we've arrived. The hangout place. You can take it from here, right? I gotta go.
That was incredibly unceremonious.
Perfect.
Just show up and bye.
Jesus. Oh my god.
I feel hurt.
I was gonna say, like, are they gonna make us do slam poetry again? God damn it. I love this.
2.5 hours. You know what? I'm feeling good. Let's squeeze in one more.
Aight.
Of business, flagrantly illegal. I don't know who the one on the left is. I think that's somebody that didn't make it into the full game. And the one on the right is
Yeah.
the very large and angry Olive from the
Yeah.
ending of the second train car.
Yeah, I do remember the olive blood. Oh my god. Actually, I think the other one is there in Volume 9. Is that the one that she was fighting with?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't recognize this little one at all.
I think she's the one who made the trash waifu. Who? Wait. No, she's not. No, she's not the artist. Is she? I don't think she is.
I don't see another blue. It might just be her.
Well, yeah, maybe when we see it, like the full picture, it'll be more obvious.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Chat or you got to pick someone. Ever since you were a kid back on Earth, you've always held a deep, close wish to one day travel the world. You wanted to see new places, experience exciting new tastes and altitudes and temperatures, maybe go scuba diving. You never imagined you'd actually get the chance. That kind of cool stuff didn't happen to someone like you. You're finally getting your wish. It's just a totally different world. Funny how life turns out. When you get back to Earth, well, you don't want to think about that. Who knows if it'll ever happen again. You've really chilled out recently, found your place in the universe, drifting from friend to friend, adventure to adventure. It's the only way to live. I don't know.
I think that it.
Oh
I think
gosh,
it is
she's
the artist
so
girl.
large. She's so huge.
She's the way she reaches out. Holy shit.
All right, what do you want? Whoever wants something.
Yeah, she's definitely the artist. I could poll it, but I don't know if that would just take too long, I feel.
No, there's only 6 people here.
I no longer recognize her. Nuff Girl, Executive Producer Connell.
All right, cool. Somebody said it with authority, so I'm going to follow that. Right now, your travels have brought you to what appears to be a normal road in an innocuous part of town. Not particularly upscale, but not exactly a rat trap either. Just pretty average. Fucking, I was not ready for this. Why is the muscle girl hiding in a beautiful bush with, like, soft music?
Guerrilla tactics.
A row of those spiky purple bushes line the side of the road, and behind one of them stands a large fierce troll who's glancing furtively up and down the street. It's less average.
Hey, are you her?
Huh?
I mean, are you her? Are you who I'm waiting for? Waiting for?
Your first instinct is to definitely tell her that yes, of course you're who she's waiting for, provided she's been waiting for a new friend. But honestly, you aren't sure where your shtick is gonna work on this girl.
Of course not. What was I thinking? Ugh. Ugh. This is so infuriating! She's so late, I'm so bored! Do you think she's coming soon?
You don't know who she means, but you suggest that she might be more comfortable waiting somewhere that isn't in a spiky purple shrub.
Don't be stupid! My clients value discretion. I have to lay low.
I love how much she's moving behind this bush. The shrub hardly manages to cover her, and standing behind it and shouting is definitely not making her less conspicuous.
Camouflage!
Neither is asking random passerby whether they are clients. Not that you can talk. Accosting people left and right and asking them to be your friend is kind of your whole deal. Maybe she's waiting for Polypa. Maybe.
If you aren't Country Lady 453,
Is it Skilla?
then who is?
Country Lady 453? That sounds almost like... God Lassie returns!
So, oh my god, what the? I thought that was like a wing, like one winged angel. Oh my god.
No, that is God Lassie.
That's her
comes
Lucis,
back.
isn't it?
She's back in our lives.
Oh. Yeah, I missed that chapter too. What the fuck? Like, I heard you saying God. I heard you talking about it, but like, oh.
Go back and watch that VOD later. It's on the YouTube. I'll find you the link. Bring this up.
Okay.
That was such a
Okay.
good time.
Jesus. Sorry I'm late. I couldn't.
No, shut up. I need to find this and link it immediately.
Oh my god. I mean. Oh my fucking god.
Where is Friendsim? There. Okay. Now which one is it?
Probably.
Simulating friends. That one. Number 2. Got it. This one. Your homework is to watch this after this stream. Just that one is fine. You don't have to watch all 4 of them. You'll miss out on the context of JPEG Bison if you skip Bronya, but like just Skilla, just her section is fine. Just like the first hat, just get to the point where we all fucking break down because of this god lassie.
Alright. Alright. Jesus. Sorry I'm late. What in tarnation?
You know that genteel charm anyway.
Well, my stars. I definitely wasn't expecting to see you around here.
She's probably the best actual friend we've made in this game so far, all things considered.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What a masterful coincidence.
You are incredibly glad to see Skilla, and Lady too, all unkidnapped and everything.
Its name's Lady.
You give Skilla a hug, which she enthusiastically returns. She nearly picks you up off your feet. Lady shoves her nose into your neck and gives you a few sloppy licks.
Aw. Who the heck are you? I have business at this bush. Maybe find your own. Sorry, but I'm the business your bush has been looking for. Wait. What? Your country lady? The very same. The name's Skyla Corrigan. Pleasure to meet you. I didn't think you'd be a bronze. I've gotten that before, honestly. And by the by, this concerns them too.
She puts her hand on your shoulders. Oh god, I'm getting wrapped. As this goes on, it just turns into more complicated, like, links, doesn't it? It starts bringing in previous friends.
It's Homestuck.
Yeah, you know, now that you say that, it's just, it seems, it's so obvious. How could I not have seen it before? She puts her hand on your shoulder.
It does?
It does?
Sure enough. They were there when it happened. They even helped me fight off the varmints who tried to take my looses.
That's where the achievement come from. I just realized this. There's that achievement about, like, making Long smile with a birthday party or something. He's at the very end. You bring everybody over.
What?
We'll get there. We'll get there. A year down the line, we'll get there.
A year down. They were, yeah. Right, yeah, you said something about that in your message.
Look, it's not my fault that the game has a glitch in it and gives you that achievement before you've earned it, alright? I have seen it.
But I don't get it. What do you want me to do? Right, well, bandits didn't get Lady. The other kids haven't been so, but other kids haven't been so lucky. Lowbloods have been hit especially hard. I want you to take the bandits' base of operations and I want you to take them out. Permanently and painfully.
Connell's mouth moves silently. Moves sliantly? I think that's just a typo. Like she's trying to reason through the steps of skill of conversation. Then she catches up and a slow grin spreads over her face.
Yeah, I like painful and permanent. But wait, you want me to get revenge for someone else's losses? Why? Well, a few of us got together and decided to do something about it ourselves. Since there's no hope of the heiress or the drones doing anything to stop the bandits, and they all elected me as spokestroll, seeing as how I'm the oldest and least easily shook. Okay, sure. I guess that's the why isn't important. How much you got? How much are you willing to throw down? I doubt any lowbloods could afford my fees, let alone a bunch of country rusties.
Lady starts to growl and Skilla puts a pacifying hand on her head. Down. We don't need a nuclear explosion right here, God Lady. Just shh.
Oh.
Everything? Go.
Everything's fine, lady. We expected this, didn't we? We were hoping you'd be willing to do it out of the goodness of your blood pusher.
Connell laughs so hard that she spits. Skilla winces.
You got a pan disorder? If you think I take any charity cases, I work for pretty smiles. Keep your compliments to yourself, Missy. That wasn't... I didn't mean to say that out loud. Why don't you just go find the bandits yourself? You know full well I don't have the means. But you do. It'd be a walk in the recreation field for you. If you weren't so nasty and selfish. Or maybe you're scared. You.
By the way, I can hear you eating.
I'll show you scared.
Oh hell, they look like they're about to throw down. You gotta do something to defuse the situation. Tell them you know people. Yeah, sure, why not? You mentioned that you are important, a real mover and shaker in the Alternian economy. You have a bunch of amazing local friends. Some of them are rich or have giant internet followings or are just very, very enthusiastic about meat. Please stop reminding me about him. The point is, you know people.
Wow. Wow, that's really generous of you. Offering to leverage your relationships for my sake? I know I didn't make a mistake trusting you. Well, that's a different story, I guess. Why don't you call up all your fancy friends?
Oh, fuck. You don't have a phone!
Fair.
Well, that was also not really expected.
Called your bluff.
All right, let's go back to that.
Oh my god.
Ask Connell if she works on spec. Sure.
What? I don't work on spec. I'm only licensed on Alternia. Just kidding, I don't have a license.
You explained to Connell that working on spec means doing some work for free in hopes that you're going to be paid later. You say it's unlikely that the bandits only go after Lucide. They would be totally ridiculous when there's so many other things in the world to steal. Like money. They probably just have heaps of money in their hideout, and if she breaks in, she can have it all. Skilla doesn't want it. She just wants to save the Lucide. You are so dang convincing, you almost convince yourself.
I'm not so sure. Sounds like you might be trying to fuck me over.
You let out a scandalized gasp to convey just what an untoward accusation this is. You are shocked. Shocked.
Fine. Anything to get away from this stupid bush.
She kicks the prickly purple shrub so hard it uproots and sails across the street to land on the hood of someone's car.
But you're coming with me. I'm gonna hold you to that. And if there's no money, then I'll hold you tighter. And squeeze until your weirdly colored eyes pop out.
You believe it. She could definitely do that. But here's your chance. You've got tons of success stories proving that forced exposure is really the best way to get people to like you. It's so weird that I actually understand that. I make such bad first impressions. But if I live with or work with somebody, I get over it.
Sounds just peachy. When do we leave? Yeah.
Connell kicks another bush. She seems to have an anger management problem. You guess she's managing it. You guess she is managing it. She's taking it out on the shrubbery instead of you or Skilla.
We aren't doing anything. You aren't coming.
Lady starts growling again. Skilla looks like she wants to join in.
Excuse me?
Connell gets up in her face, moving way faster than someone her size seems like she should be able to.
You aren't coming. You'll just get in my way. You're distracting.
Skilla's mouth twitches just the tiniest bit.
That is not what I meant. You keep tricking me. I just meant that you'll probably stop saving some bark beast wrigglers. Get us all cold.
Skilla crosses her arms and tosses her hair.
Fine. I'm counting on you two.
You figure that the information gathering stage of the operation is next. You've seen heist movies, you know how shit works. But Connell just shouts at someone on her palm husk for a while and then punches some coordinates into a car you're pretty sure isn't hers. It takes you to the outskirts of the city, past long stretches of cracked concrete and urban sprawl. Not exactly the place you'd expect to find bandits who steal farm animals. You point this out to Connell. She tells you to shut up. You do. You leave the car and walk the last few blocks. The bandits' operation is honestly not super impressive. It's a long industrial structure that looks more like a manufacturing plant than a den of thieves. Beside it is something much more impressive. A sleek black spacecraft. Not like yours. This is the Mercedes-Benz to your banged-up Chevy Malibu. Even before you crash landed it, that thing was a piece of junk.
Oh, holy shit! Is that an adult?
Wait, what, the ship?
No, dingus!
You follow her frenzied gaze. Oh, right. The troll beside the ship is taller than anyone else you've seen here. Here, her skin is a darker gray, her claw is incredibly long. Oh my, is this actually an adult? We've never seen one of these before. If everyone you've met so far has been a kid, wow, they all deal with stuff that even adults on your planet don't. Routine death, dismemberment, and like 4 different relationship dynamics. If there are really no mature trolls here, then where are they?
Wait, hold up. You're saying that where you're from, you live with adults?
Yeah?
You all live on the same planet?
Sure do.
Huh, well, maybe you're tougher than you look.
It can't be Clown Girl because Clown Girl has paint, has makeup. This person has skin.
Adults are terrifying. Come on, let's get closer.
You and Connell sidle up close enough to the trolls to overhear them haggling over stolen goods. So far the conversation is too general to tell if they mean the Luci.
Damn, they must have globes of steel. Talking back to an adult? I mean, I am great at rushing in without giving it any thought, but I'm not a total moron.
The 2 trolls appear to come to an agreement. They shake hands and head back to the warehouse together.
So what do you think? What should we do?
Connell is the real expert here.
Yeah, no shit. For punching. I'm also good at slashing. But Asdija always does the thinking. And the planning. He's the one with the I-beams and the big think pan. Don't tell him I said that. Please.
You were sure you couldn't tell Asja anything at all because you don't know who he is. It's fine, don't worry.
Oh, right. Asdija's just frustrated bulge lord loser. Sucks so bad. And he's my mate sprint and we have been together for sweeps. He's supposed to be here. But he's all busy doing some dumb bullshit. So I need you to be the pans of the operation, okay? Please, do this for me.
Oh dear.
I didn't even realize I gave her a southern accent by accident. Whoops.
Yeah, I think you sort of bled them together a bit.
Oops.
Search the ship. Here's your chance to prove you are totally capable of making non-disastrous choices. You reason it would be best to check out the space cruiser while it's empty, since who knows how many people will be waiting for you in the warehouse.
You know what, I hope that this ends with you accidentally turning on the spaceship and returning to Earth, but it's a game over because you didn't make a friend.
Yeah, I'd see that.
Yeah, that works for me.
You suspect that Connell would have agreed to anything you suggested, just as long as she didn't have to make the decision herself. God, what a mood. As the kids say these days, big worm.
God damn it.
Raid message? Big worm?
Big worm. I think big worm.
Big worm. There are so many tough decisions in your life recently. You're worried that the spaceship will be locked and your great plan is going to be over before it begins, but the door glides open easily and silently. Connell leads the way and you let her. You don't know what wild security measures the troll ship has, but you do know you don't want to find out. The inside is normal enough. Pilots and co-pilot seats, central panel covered in more of the squiggly Alternian language, and a bank of sleeping screens. Other than that, it is remarkably bare of any homey touches. Not like your ship, which, in your humble opinion, which was very nicely decorated. You've got some pretty dope posters on your wall. More to the point.
Chairs look like the fucking Evangelion robots.
There's absolutely nothing of value here. Connell can tell also.
There's no point to being here. It's just a cruiser. All the good stuff is definitely gonna be inside the warehouse.
Okay, fair. You have no idea what you're doing, and you're sick of pretending that you do. You wish you could just take a breather, honestly. The strange, compulsive desire for more friendship is still there, but you're pretty exhausted.
Let's just... Fuck!
Okay. That's kind of forward, Connell. You weren't even at the friendship stage yet, but you know what? I think I could really do with just the stress relief. There's nobody in the ship. Let's just close the door and...
Oh, calm down, you gigantic tool! I mean... Oh, fuck! That's an adult troll and we are definitely going to die. That's why I said the fuck word.
Oh. Oh! Oh, fuck, that is a big troll. Connell's pretty big. She's the biggest troll you've met so far. If someone fed you the truth serum and put a gun to your head, you might even describe her as thick. This troll is fucking terrifying, and she looks pissed. Maybe that's just how her face always looks. There are teeth. There's lots of teeth.
Who told you you could be in here? I didn't order any ugly wrigglers. Who are you calling ugly?
Connell immediately slaps a clawed gauntlet over her mouth. Apparently remember who she is shouting at. My favorite little detail is the adult name tag is 8 letters long, like in the comic. Is it?
Is it?
The adult troll growls. And you don't mean she sounds angry. It's not a husky, sexy metaphor. She really fucking growls. Staring into a pair of merciless cobalt eyes, you experience a pulse of crystalline fear, blank and cold. You're pretty much constantly braced for death, but that doesn't mean you're looking forward to it. Instead of springing forward and rending you to pieces, the adult just stares at you. Damn, adult monster troll, take a picture, it'll last longer. The last thing you remember is those blazing eyes. Then even that fades and you slip away.
Whee!
When you thrash back into consciousness, Connell is right on top of you, pinning you to the warm, thrumming metal of the spaceship wall. She doesn't look angry or scared or anything. Her snarling, expressive face is utterly blank. You say her name a couple times, but she doesn't twitch. She just squeezes down harder, grinding the bones of your wrists together. Someone is swearing. Oh fuck, you strain to see around Connell's head. The adult troll is seated at the pilot seat and the console is lit up. You realize what the thrumming in the walls means. The ship is moving. You see the sickly green-gray of the Alternian night sky, and your stomach does a disorienting leap of mingled elation and dread. You can't believe you're actually going to space and finally heading somewhere besides this fucking hellhole of a planet. Of course, that's how you felt when you were first leaving Earth. And you have no idea where this troll is bringing you, and your new prospective friend is just sitting here like she's hypnotized. She only reacts when you struggle, and then only to slam you back against the wall. You just randomly fell asleep, didn't you? How the heck did that happen? The adult starts talking again, but she isn't talking to you.
No, I'm on my way. No more delays, I promise. The Lucite shipment is on schedule. No, don't worry, everything is...
Sirens scream and screens flash. The ship bucks wildly like a snail boat hit by a wave. The adult troll's fingers fly over the consoles.
Snail boat?
Yes.
No, what? No, what the hell? I don't know, it's like I've lost all control of the damn thing. Fuck!
Connell's grip on you loosens. She pulls away and shakes her head back and forth, shaggy hair flopping in her eyes.
What the hell? Where are we?
She sounds small and lost. The adult troll doesn't turn around. She's too busy yelling a mayday into her comm and trying to wrest control of her ship. The whole thing shudders again, and yours and Connell's heads bonk together.
Ow!
This is getting more advanced. The ship bucks again. It feels less like engine failure and more like a gigantic baby is shaking like a rattle. And you're scared, sure, but you're also awash in a sudden and unexpected flare of understanding and competency, because this isn't the first time this has happened to you. This is exactly how you crash landed on Alternia in the first place. You were just passing by, minding your own damn space business, when your ship decided it wanted nothing better than to just snap its reins, toss its wild head, and head straight for the unfamiliar planet below you. You push yourself to your feet, trying to tame your nausea as the ship rolls. You grab Connell's hand and pull her across the compartment to a glowing green sigil on the wall. You don't know much, but you do know that absconding when everything starts falling to shit.
Hey, what are you... Let go of me!
Absolutely not. If you do that, you will not be able to be friends with her, because she'll be dead. With the strength born of desperation, you pull her into the escape pod with you.
Ah! We won't fit!
You will! You do, but it's uncomfortable as hell. Craning your neck at a very uncomfortable angle, you manage to reach around Connell and press the big red button on the wall. An alarm sounds and you hear the adult say, "What the?" before the door slams shut and the escape pod rockets into space. You shudder back towards Alternia and Connell's weight crushing your delicate ribcage. Poor ribcage. You're surprised it hasn't sued you for damages yet. That sure was a shit show. Hardships bring people together, don't they? That's def a thing. Unfortunately, you judge from Connell's swearing and muttered death threats that this is not one of those times. And we're just off into space. Alright, cool, game over. Do the adults have 8 letters in their names?
What were some of the adult names? I'm trying to remember now.
The only thing I can remember is Subjugulator, and that's way too big.
Yeah, well, that wasn't their name. That was like their job, their title.
Sure. Handmaid, Marquise.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the handmaid I remember. Marquise. What the fuck was the... Ugh.
If you said them, I would recognize them, but yeah, I recognize those two.
Okay, Ancestor. Let's see if I can find it. The Summoner. Helmsman, Signless.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my
Disciple,
god, you're right.
Dolorosa.
They're all 8. How did they do this?
Mind Faint, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't realize it either. God
How
damn
does
it.
there's everything always fucking how things come out of the blue and nothing makes any goddamn sense, and then you see a clue and you link it back and it's like, this is consistent with shit that happened 7 years ago. How?
And another thumbtack in the conspiracy board.
How?
Oh my god. I love this. I love this game.
There's always more to learn. God, what about fucking... Remember, nobody's ever gonna experience this again because now it's happened, but remember that time when fucking John went back and retconned his own story?
Oh, right!
And then people go back to those pages and they see a little John hand in the background. It's like, what the was that always fucking there?
Oh my god, that was a fucking time.
Oh.
I mean, it's like super hidden if you don't know to look for it, so... But like, I think what's really gonna confuse people are like the parts where randomly there's gonna be like a fucking password that you have to type in and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is the password? Why is there a password all of a sudden?
Including the goddamn John hand in the title screen flash.
Oh right, that's right, we did the flash with his hand! Oh god, I love Hussey.
Alright. Let's go into the warehouse. Fine. You decide to follow them into the warehouse. That way, at least you won't be trapped in a confined space if anyone comes back to check on the ship. You get ready to do so. Yeah, Homestuck is wild. You get ready to do some James Bond ass shit, ducking behind corners and saying, cover me, maybe executing some sick rolls down the hallway. You can't really do any gymnastics even when you aren't healing from broken ribs, but fantasy James Bond, you sure can. Connell doesn't bother with any of that. She just stomps down the hallway towards the first door. She really hadn't been joking when she said she was more into the straightforward approach. You pick up speed trying to get to the door before she does, just to prevent her from charging in there and getting both of you caught immediately. Yeah, Homestuck is frustratingly good at following its own rules. Like, it is so fucking bonkers and nonsense that you think it's just nothing matters and all rules are thrown out the window, and then there comes moments and times when you're like, wait. This has all been following a bigger set of rules that I wasn't aware were there.
It's really good at making shit up, but like sticking with the shit that it makes up.
Seemingly retroactively. Like reading through it all again. Foreshadowing doesn't even begin to fucking cover it. Because it's not like this was all written down in advance. This is laying stuff down as you go, and then like later on, it's like, no, that was all somehow consistent, even though none of it seemed like it at the time.
God.
You pick up speed trying to get to the door before she does, just to prevent her from charging in there and getting you both caught immediately. Good thing too. Through the window in the door, you see what looks like some kind of break room. A couple of trolls are messing around on their palm husks, and a few more are sitting at a table and playing some kind of game that involves cards, dice, and little colorful shells. God, you know what I'd love to fucking do? I'm never gonna get this good. But if I could somehow introduce this universe to Japanese viewers when I get there. It's like, look, there's this thing, it was in English. I'm gonna take you down a 2-year trip here.
It's like fucking like a side course they have to like study for years, like fucking Doctor Strange.
A couple of trolls are messing around on their palm husks, yeah, sitting at a table.
Oh, come on, that's not even that many. We can take them. I forgot you weren't my partner. You're just dead weight.
No real argument there. Polypa told you that most pros work together for a reason. It's much harder on your own. You wonder if Connell would have been so hot to take the job if it hadn't been for Skilla's, vibes. Yeah, that's the word, vibes. Yeah, they were vibing. You have to do this. You have to rally. Connell is already losing faith in you. Or maybe she had no faith in you in the first place. Whatever. You choose a different door at random and go down that one, assuring Connell that you definitely know what the fuck you are doing.
What? Where are you going?
You've been down this road before with Diamond and your meat quest through the sewers. This is possibly slightly higher stakes, but the same basic principle applies. Fake it till you make it. Connell gets annoyed much faster than your other friend if her sub-vocalizations are anything to go by. Damn, you really need to step up your game. You think back on all the heist and infiltration movies you've seen. Maybe you can find a locker room or a troll laundry room and find one of those squat hazmat suits. Yeah, that'd be the best plan. Just put on a disguise and wander around like a sneaky fucking... Oh, god damn it. You are so busy focusing on your brilliant plan that you open a door without thinking and find yourself looking at the trolls playing the card game. Somehow, in your random quest through the warehouse, you manage to double back on yourself and come back out the other side of the break room. Classic! This is classic you. You're almost charmed by yourself. Almost.
Oh, me.
There's a frozen moment when all the bandits just stare at you and Connell, perhaps taking in the truly staggering idiot level you have achieved.
Thank fuck. Should have just done this from the beginning.
Just immediate blood. You've gotten in quite a few fights since arriving on this planet. Well, mostly you've stood around while other people fought. But the point is, look, Connell, she is brutal. She takes out almost the same number of bandits that you, Skilla, and Lady did in a quarter of the time. Multicolored blood flies. And god, you know these are bad guys, and they've been stealing Lucai and selling them, which sucks. But they're kind of just a bunch of kids getting massacred. You don't feel great about it? In fact, you think you might need to sit down for a little bit. Your back hits the wall and you slide down to the dirty floor. You are clammy all over.
Oh, is that Teal?
Yeah.
Huh. Pathetic.
Connell pulls her gauntlet out of the final troll's neck with a spray of yellow blood and a squelch that makes your stomach roll. She notices you on the ground.
What are you... Are you serious? Come on.
You try to tell her that she volunteered you for this mission herself, but you can't slow your breathing enough to get the words out. You aren't sure why. Now is the time you finally freak out. Maybe it's close quarters, and maybe you've been on Alternia long enough for this multicolored mess to finally start registering as blood. Maybe you've reached your horror saturation point, whatever. If you learn anything from this experience, it's that the why of things doesn't actually matter. Connell looms over you, raising a gauntlet. She's gonna kill you. At least if you're dead, you can't puke on yourself. But instead of brutal stabbing, you feel a steady pressure on the back of your neck. Connell pushes your head down until it's between your knees.
Take slower breaths, idiot.
You follow her instructions. Too lightheaded to dwell on the absurdity of being coached through a panic attack by a girl who just murdered like 10 dudes. She's surprisingly good at this.
First time. Dodger freaked out his first fight, too. Wasn't even bloody. And the little wriggler passed out.
I'm actually lightheaded now just from the fake panic attack, just from the fake panic breathing.
I guess some blood casts really are better built for violence.
She sits down beside you and pats you on the back. You kind of wish she'd taken the bloody gauntlet off first, but you appreciate the gesture. This robe was all resplendent before, and... Man, he's gonna charge you for this, isn't he? You're having a hard time reconciling this and Connell with... This Connell and the one who'd snarled at Skilla for being too nice.
I'm multifaceted. Also, fuck her. Which reminds me.
She pulls her phone out of her pocket, smearing a little olive blood across the screen.
Corey, I got your bandits.
She talks a lot louder on the phone than she does in real life.
Yeah, no shit. Of course I work fast. Especially when I don't have anything to slow me down with a bunch of tactics and plans. Oh, save for your Christmases.
She hangs up and glares at the phone. You tell her she really seems to hate Skilla. Her face goes a fierce shade of green.
Don't be stupid. I barely know her.
You don't press the issue. You also don't point out the kind of obvious point that these probably aren't the only trolls in the facility. The one who had been haggling with the adult isn't here, for instance. But if Connell forgetting about them means less murder, you're all for it. There's no way the bandits are continuing their work after this. Connell also seems to have forgotten the fact that she came in here looking to be paid and... no, she's looting the bodies. Great. It's a lot messier and takes way longer in real life than it does in video games, what with the rooting around in pockets and all. In the end, she ends up with 5 palm husks, a laptops and jewelry, and some little squares of plastic you think might be sci-fi credit cards.
Eh, whatever. There's barely anything here. That fight made it pretty worth it.
Well, you're glad it was good for somebody at least. You're just trying not to think about it and maybe get outside as fast as possible. Whatever Connell wants to do with your outstanding debt at this point, well, you can square that up out there.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not actually gonna squeeze you. It would just be too easy. Like squishing a march bug.
Yeah, fuck yes, saved by being pitiful. Ah.
I doubt you have any money anyway. I mean, you are wearing an evolution robe.
True. Connell helps you out to your feet. You kind of want to ask if you're friends now, even though the only bonding activity you've done together is combine murdering and comforting, with her doing both of those things and you standing there like a dumbass. But really, you've made friends with worse people for worse reasons.
Oh, here. Why don't you take one of these?
She hands you one of the palm husks. Thankfully, it only has a little bit of blood on it. Actually, it might actually be mustard, like the real condiment. But she's giving you a phone. Why?
You don't have one, right? I mean, you don't even have any pants. This way we can keep in touch.
Friend!
And you can tell me if you have any more jobs with an excellent violence level. Like this one.
The reason we failed! We don't have a phone? We solved it! We have a phone!
Yeah, now we can go.
We can call people to Long's birthday party!
Oh my god. Palm husks are really useful. You could use them to call people and everything.
You aren't sure if she's making a joke. Possibly she just thinks you're an idiot. That's okay, you can deal with that. Because not only did you make a friend today, you got a gift today. Holy shit, you killed it.
You're my new best friend, Palm Husk.
Write my number.
Oh my god, that's a lot of fucking mustard.
But it's only a little bit compared to the other ones.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay, you did it. I'm proud
These
of
are
you.
so much fun.
They are so fun. I'm glad I managed to swing by.
I'm not actually going to do the next one. I just want to take a look at how much is left, because that was volume 7. Half of volume 7. So we've done 13 of them so far. Lucky number. Good to stop on. So we've got
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus, so that's 22 plus, there's 23 left plus whatever the epilogue is.
Oh my god.
I think I'm just gonna have to set this as like every 5 followers if I want to make any fucking progress.
Ugh.